Hey guys, welcome to the Mad Chatter podcast. Our guest today is Michael DeArmond, the man, the myth, the Pokemon selling best
My
motherfucker.
name's Jordan.
Michael DeArmond?
My name's Jordan.
We're going to keep that in there.
Don't set out my dad,
No.
man. I'm already under a shadow. I gotta try to creep out from under.
Come to Michael D's.
I swear,
Michael
dude.
D's nuts. No. That was the nerves, man. Okay, all right, we're going to do it again.
Right.
3, 2, 1. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Mad Chatter podcast. We got our guest, Jordan DeArmond, here. Definitely not Michael DeArmond. That would be his father.
That is my father.
Yeah.
Michael DeArmond is my father.
Well, Jordan, how you been, man?
I've been doing real good, man. I'm happy to be here. This is cool. A cool experience. Beautiful studio you got going here. I'm excited to be here, man.
So, what was going on with those Pokemon card auction?
You want to talk
thing?
about some Pokemon cards,
Yeah.
bro?
Here you go, man. Put that up.
All right, excuse me.
Yeah, it's a little weird to get used to it.
Well, man, I guess I'll start with my current deal I got on the hook.
Okay.
I actually have a PSA 5, which is a graded card.
Uh-huh.
It's a Charizard, shadowless. It's a beautiful card. It's one of the first ever printings. It was first edition shadowless, and then they had second edition shadowless. That one card I have is probably worth, like I say, I buy and sell them. So
Yeah.
I buy them for buy low, sell high is
Yeah.
always the name of the game.
Yeah.
So in this particular case, I got a good deal on it at about $700, and I have two very interested customers. Hope to close before the end of the night, possibly tomorrow. $1,400.
So a double.
Double it.
On two of them, you said?
One
You
card.
One card?
One card worth big money.
How long you had it?
Ooh, I probably had that card for 2 weeks. Oh man,
2
it
weeks.
might have been. I don't know. I've loved it. It's by far the coolest card
Yeah.
I've had.
It's crazy to think that we could have bought these cards back when
Man,
we were
did you
kids
have
and stuff.
Did you have any? Growing
No,
up?
man, I was more of a Yu-Gi-Oh guy.
Man, look.
And dude, even some Yu-Gi-Oh cards became worth something, but I
Man,
gave them all away, man.
They're a little bit, man. I have to disappoint people all the time. And if I had people see me on my Snapchat and on Facebook selling Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
I'm always buying it, selling it, trying to broaden the community
Yeah.
best I can,
Yeah.
And people send me messages all the time of, man, look, I got all these Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But they're just not at Pokemon, man.
Yeah.
I would give it, I've heard people say give it 10, 20 years for Yu-Gi-Oh to come around. Because that's definitely more of an early 2000s thing.
Yeah.
Whereas Pokemon was kind of 95. And Pokemon's just now starting to
Yeah.
get cool. And I just hope it doesn't wash out the interest in Yu-Gi-Oh. Everyone got a Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yeah, it's not
Somewhere
not
in
the
the
same.
closet.
I don't know shit about the Yu-Gi-Oh, or not the Yu-Gi-Oh, but the Pokemon stuff. So you got a live auction thing, huh?
I do.
So what do you have to do to get that certificate?
Man, it was actually really, really tough to get. It's on an app called Whatnot. It's a streaming app. That's basically what it is. Not a lot of people are familiar with it. But basically, it is for the sport card community, trading card community, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
There's even one guy on there. So it's just a live auction. So picture a camera right here, and I'm showing you the card. Look at the card. There's a timer, and people are bidding. There's anywhere between 70 to 200 people bidding at once. And you put your card information
Yeah.
in the app, and you just click, bid. It's all live. King DeArmond is my handle.
Yeah.
That's my name, King DeArmond.
Shout out.
Shout out, King DeArmond.
Come get your Pokemon cards
I
here.
swear. And basically, they're just showcasing it. It's like, okay, King DeArmond, he's got the high bid. Oh, no, he was just beat out by Pokemaster 5000 or whatever. They got some crazy names. One of the most popular is Your Mom.
Yeah.
He scored that name, and we're all mad about it, man. And he's always
Oh, so
buying
you see a
cards.
lot of like the same recurring people in there and stuff?
Oh, yes, I do, actually. That's pretty cool. So I've made it a point to go out of my way to befriend these people. One, hey, I've spent. That's also where I do a lot of my buying.
Yeah.
You can get pretty good wholesale prices there, and then I'll take it to eBay or Facebook, and that's where I make my money. But this is kind of a wholesale way of doing it, and like I said, I've gone out of my way to meet these people. How do I do it? Hey, I've bought $1,000 worth of cards from you. Would you please answer a couple of questions for me? And it's as simple as, hey, can I have your phone number? I'd love to call you. I just want to absorb your knowledge. What did it take? What mistakes did you make? And then as far as getting the account set up and everything, man, I had to film a video. I don't know if you've ever, you ever been to like American Idol or anything?
Watched it live?
Nah, man. Anytime you go on a game show or a reality show, like The Bachelorette or something like that.
Yeah.
You got to film a video of yourself. Like, my name's Jordan.
Oh yeah, the
audition tape.
Yeah,
it's basically an audition tape, and that's exactly what I had to do. And I had to have X amount of inventory to even do it, because some people find their binder. You can't just find your binder and you got 4 cards in there and
and then get
live
on there.
stream.
They're looking for someone that's trying to do it as a business.
Absolutely, consistently build.
Yeah.
So I was like, dadgum. They actually came back to me twice and said, man, you're close. You don't have a lot. We usually like to see about 300 items in an inventory. That's at least a week. A lot of these dudes, when they're selling raw cards versus graded cards, it's a 15-second auction, sudden death. So people are, okay, here's the card, it's lightly played, sudden death, someone will max out $10, and at the end of 15 seconds, whoever put the last bid in gets that card. And they'll have lots of 1,000.
So do you get a rush from it?
Look, bro, look at me now, dude. Talking about this, it's so nerdy, dude. It's so nerdy, but I'm so into it. The reason I got into it, man, was I had cards growing up. And here I go, just existing in the world. Hey, Pokemon cards are becoming cool. I'm like, hey, I've got some Pokemon cards. Let's see what I can do with them. I had a book, probably 20 pages in the book. I sold that entire book of raw, ungraded cards for $6,000. I said, you have got to be kidding me.
So that was like what caught you on
Absolutely.
to it.
That was like more money than I ever had at one time, like ever.
So you still like flipping stuff off of Facebook Marketplace or?
All the time.
Stuff?
Yes, sir.
It's probably backwards. It says stuff.
Right, it says stuff. That's the name of the company, the empire, the dream.
GetYourStuff.com.
I swear. It's already been taken.
Has it?
I haven't inquired about it. You know how much it costs? $1,400 I can own stuff.com.
Yeah, you better make some money before you get
Yeah, you're right. I'm like,
stuff.
hey, man, y'all can keep it. I'll be on Facebook.
Sell stuff merch?
Dude, it's a great. I've had people literally tell me, I want a stuff hat. I'm like, hey.
I mean, unless they
it's a
own
great
that.
lifestyle, bro. It's a lifestyle brand, bro.
Well, let's see here, man. So what, you got anything else in the works besides the Pokemon, flipping stuff?
Man, you asked me if I do a lot of flipping on Facebook. That's obviously where I got a lot of my start. Buying this over here, selling it that. I've gotten pretty niched lately. I've kind of picked what I'm good at, and at least, hell, I've been doing it maybe 5 years full time.
Yeah.
And in the last 2 years, I've really kind of narrowed down what I'm good at. That would be currency. I'm pretty good at currency. I've got an uncut sheet of $1 bills, bro.
Oh, so you're collecting like those coins, fresh dollars.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I tell you what I really like is paper money. I like old school paper money. There was
not printing more, so I mean they're printing a shit ton right now.
Right.
But you know what I mean.
Well, I think
value.
The uncut sheet of $1 bills, it's about this big, and it's like $60 on this sheet. So the whole sheet's worth $60.
Yeah.
I paid $100 for it at an estate sale. So that's also where you can get the best deals, is if you're looking at it on site with money. Yeah. And I think I can sell that. I like it a lot. I don't want to sell it, but I'd sell it for $300.
$300.
$200 if I'm in a bind.
So what's the goal, man? Like what's the ultimate, like, you trying to go after retirement? You just enjoying yourself while you can fund your lifestyle, or you like, how do you get to millionaire status? Because that's what I'm looking at.
That's a great way. That's a great way of putting it. I hate the sound of funding my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Ooh, but yeah, that's a lot of it, man. Happiness is my number one most important
Yeah.
thing. And
Microphone.
excuse me, I wake
Yeah, it
up
happens.
in the morning, and I become happy. Whatever I have to do to become happy that day.
Yeah.
Now, what makes me the happiest is going to sleep with more money than I woke up with.
It
Snap.
always feels good, man. Always feels good. My money moves all the time, though.
Right.
5 days a week, it's going up 20,000, down 20,000.
I'm a lot more tangible than you, though, Timer. I'm definitely a lot more tangible with my money, but that's also something I can count on. Like you said, when it comes to investing and everything, like
Yeah.
you love so much, it's
You're talking about like hard assets.
bam.
Okay.
That's exactly how I feel.
Okay,
Sitting
so-
in my driveway right now is $20,000 worth of assets.
Okay.
I will
So
never be broke. That will turn into more than what I bought it for, and then I will fill the driveway again.
So, like this house, like buying this house is, to me, very tangible. It's a
Bam.
hard asset. Like this is
Great
worth
example.
something. It's got intrinsic value.
Great example.
Like even if the stock market crash, like people still need a place to stay.
Absolutely.
They're not making any more land. But then you have, like, you got Pokemon cards that are also, a hard asset. At an appreciating asset, you're flipping them, and I'm sure like over the long term, assuming that trend continues, you're going to be able to make more and more.
I'm sure it'll turn into something else. For
but-
now, it's Pokemon.
But see, I kind of put the Pokemon cards, and maybe I'm wrong on this. Obviously, I don't understand I'm a novice when it comes to buying and selling cards.
Right.
But like if the stock market crashed and money's gone and people are hoarding money, they're pulling it out. My stocks are going to go down. I'd imagine the amount of money people are willing to spend for collections of Pokemon cards goes down too. So there is a fluctuation. It's kind of the same.
Absolutely.
But owning something
Hell,
like
the
a
winter
vehicle, if you own 30 used vehicles, you had a used vehicle car lot, and then after COVID hit, they stopped producing as many semiconductors and all the vehicle you're paying more for the
Right.
used car with 100,000 miles than you would last year brand new.
I swear you did.
It's
I was selling cars for the Mazda
Mm-hmm.
dealership at the time, man. I had to do it to people. It hurt.
I've seen a lot of people buying Mazdas recently.
Man, they're going up.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about earlier, Consumer Report put them at the top. I know we don't like Consumer Reports for our own reasons, but hey, they put Mazda at the
Yeah,
top.
well,
so
when
that's
you're
what you
selling
heard.
Mazdas, they're the best, man. They're at the top.
swear,
you
they're
heard
the
it.
best.
Check out this one place right here.
Right.
No, there's a lot of websites. They're like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of positive exposure for Tesla vehicles,
Mm-hmm.
but Consumer Reports, like I've done a deep dive on them, like on how they measure stuff.
What prompted you to do that? Why Consumer
Man.
Reports? You're just looking for the facts?
Well, I had a conversation with my dad. I was like, buying a Tesla today is like pretty much all the Teslas are the safest vehicles in the world. And my dad was like, okay. So he looked up. He's like, well, Consumer Reports says, and I'm like, all right, look, man, hold on.
you're just trying to.
I was like, you gonna pull
Don't
up the
come
one?
up at me with that.
I was like, now you can say it's a conspiracy, but you have major automakers donating money, giving money to Consumer Reports.
Absolutely.
Just giving it to Consumer Reports.
Please put us at the top of your list.
Right? That's what I'm saying. A lot of these reports are just bought. Right? Tesla doesn't do advertising. They're not paying for ads, man. And they're definitely sure as hell not giving Consumer
Wow.
Reports money.
I guarantee I've never seen a Tesla commercial in my life.
I'm telling you, it doesn't exist, man.
That's wild.
They do some B-roll footage for like videos they upload on YouTube
Right.
sometimes, which costs nothing. But yeah, you have other car manufacturers selling or like spending billions and billions of dollars every year on advertising, and Tesla's got more demand than them right now.
Right.
So I'm telling you, man, like don't sell your Teslas. Buy Tesla stock. This is YouTube. I gotta say, not financial advice.
Right.
I'm buying. I'm holding. Maybe buy. Maybe hold. I don't know.
Yeah, we ain't decided yet. We'll
Yeah,
see.
put a
what
disclaimer before that.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's going to be the biggest company ever.
Oh.
Like by like
I got money on it.
I
I was about to
think-
say I'd put my money on it. It's currently sitting there.
you need to put it back in there, man.
You're right, man.
I'm
I
telling you.
did have 50, but I told you it was going down, man.
Yeah, well you panic sold.
Oh, well,
But you made a
True.
profit panic
True.
selling, which is better
And
than
if
a
I
lot
can
of people.
And if I can also tell you that money when I cashed out at 1,400,
Yeah.
needed it.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I'll tell you this. Make
Needed
sure
it.
when
There was
you
something I needed to buy and was 1,500 short. I said, I don't have to stress about this going down any lower, and I get what I need. Let's do it.
make sure that you record that on your taxes though. You're gonna have to pay capital gains on that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you don't want them. You don't want the fines for.
So that's one of them subjects I don't want to talk about, bro.
I bet.
Man, I'll tell you what scares
Well,
me.
they can track stock stuff, but they can't track Bitcoin right now. It's a responsibility thing for cryptocurrency.
Isn't there a word for that though? How Bitcoin doesn't get taxed?
I mean, it does now if you report it.
Ooh, let's not.
Yeah.
Okay, we've agreed.
No, we definitely report it.
Right.
Yeah.
We
No,
got
I mean,
to.
I do. But I always lose money, so it offsets all my gains. Yeah.
All right,
so-
I got a good question for you.
Okay.
What is your dream car? Is it a Tesla?
Of course.
Damn it! Well, that
Yeah.
conversation didn't
Got
last
the
long.
Tesla tequila bottle. I mean, they got a
Dude,
few
this
different
is so
versions.
cool, bro. Can I like pick it up?
Yeah, go for it.
Permission to
Yeah.
play with it. This is
Yeah,
cool.
it
Does it
needs-
unscrew?
Yeah, I mean, it
Take
pops
off the
off.
top.
Yeah. There needs to be some liquor in here. It didn't come with any. It was cheaper that way.
So
yeah.
did you buy it from Tesla with
Yeah.
no liquor?
No. There wasn't liquor. It was the decanter bottle. I was
Okay.
trying to get the Tesla tequila bottle or whatever.
Did it
but-
come in the same? or
Yeah,
was
it looked
different?
it looked just like this, but
Oh,
it
wow.
had tequila on it or whatever.
That's so sick, dude.
Yeah, but this was much cheaper. But yeah, dude, I mean, these things were. I'm pretty sure they were like selling for like double.
What is your
Yeah.
proudest collectible item? You got anything from your grandpa? You got anything from the World War II been handed down to you?
Not really, man. Honestly, that Tesla decanter right there.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, to me that was like one thing
That prompted this question. It was okay
Yeah.
if that was the answer.
yeah, that's it right there. Let me think. I don't.
What
I
would
mean, I
my
like my
answer be?
paintings. I like the paintings. that I
Oh
have.
yeah, man, that painting right there.
And that other like low key one.
Right.
Chick. Yeah, I think it's cool because I just gave an idea.
Right.
And I was like, make it kind of like this, and then so I influenced the art, even
Well,
though
that's
I don't
cool.
do the art.
Do you mind disclosing how much? Are you talking about that one? You
No, I'm
inspired?
talking about the other one in there.
How much did that cost you to inspire a painting? And are you willing to disclose
I
that?
bought the canvas and I bought the paint,
Okay.
and then I paid like $150
Okay, well that's fair.
or something.
That's
Yeah.
definitely a $300 custom paint job. If old girl was it a dude or a woman?
It was a dude.
Wow.
It was a dude. Yeah.
Olivia does that for people a lot, man.
Yeah.
My sister, she has gotten so good lately. She is a stained glass master, bro. Stained glass.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen her like wind chimes and stuff. Looks
Aren't-
really cool.
Aren't those cool, dude? She came up. I've never seen a stained glass wind chime in my life till she made one.
Yeah.
I'm over here like,
I think it would
man,
break.
how do you patent stained glass
Yeah.
wind chimes? We got this one thing we're trying to do, man. You know, we're both pretty musically inclined, me and Olivia. So we're trying to take her glass, right? And we're trying to tune each piece of glass to different keys. So
when you tap on it or whatever.
drop this piece of glass on the ground and then drop another piece of, a little bit bigger piece of glass on the ground. There's two different noises. So we're trying to make it to where when the chimes hit each other, there is some type of song
music
going
going.
on. Yes.
That'd be cool as shit,
Wouldn't
man.
it be cool?
I mean,
I'm pretty sure chimes
it'd take a lot of work.
are tuned. You know, you seen the chimes?
Yeah, like the longer ones,
Yep.
the shorter
and
ones.
they're
yeah.
like in a circle, spiraled.
I think it would have to be hit in a certain order to make it tune. I don't know how you would do that.
We're figuring it out,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
We're literally
I don't know shit about engineering stuff, man. My goal is to make enough money to pay other people to figure it out for me.
swear.
So, however I can do that.
Man, you asked me a second ago about the end goal.
Yeah, I was
and I've
thinking
thought
about
about
that.
it since. I do have an end goal.
Okay.
It's not very. I think about it often, but it's kind of happening as we speak. But to answer your question, I have a school bus timer
Oh yeah.
that I'm building into an RV, and it is about 40% completed. It's where a lot of my money's gone, really.
Yeah.
That 1,400.
Yeah.
I found a couch found a couch I had to have on Facebook.
Yeah.
Probably $2,000 couch, but they'd give it to me for $1,200. I got the couch for, and had to have it. It fit perfectly. That couch really.
Yeah.
It
tied it all together.
It tied it all together. That's what we're talking about.
I'm thinking of the Big Lebowski right now. Man, that rug really tied the room together.
That rug really tied the room together.
Yeah.
A rug will do that for you, man.
It really will.
Changed third podcast versus the first one.
How have that changed?
Yeah. Anything major that you've changed? I remember you hardwired your camera in.
Oh, yeah. Fix that
Major.
fucking problem.
Major change,
Yeah,
bro.
we're not going to have the camera die this time.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that'll
mess up your broadcast bad, won't it?
I don't know. I'm getting used to it now. Nerves. Like, I see all these people podcasting, but of course you don't see their first one.
True.
You know, so you're looking at them not necessarily in their prime, but like they're comfortable.
Yeah.
They're used to it. See, for the podcast, I just want to upload every Tuesday. And how do I put it? Like, I want to make it like a machine. Like, I want to kind of make myself like a machine
Content
business.
machine.
Yeah, like
Gotta start somewhere.
so
Gary Vee
I've
said
kind
it
of
best.
organized my life like not a machine, but like a business. Like
Right.
I have a list of all the food I get and stuff. I got my whiteboard.
Man, bring
You know?
that. Show them your checklist right
Yeah.
there and how organized you are.
I got some private stuff on there. It's
Okay.
exclusive. They'll have to follow me on
It's right off
OnlyFans.
camera over there, y'all. But this man has 35 things on a list, and 33 of them's checked off. It's a
For
beautiful
real.
sight. It's a
And I
beautiful
got
sight.
that, and I don't know, man. Like so I get 3 off days,
Okay.
which is crucial because I don't like working. So I'd rather get my hours in on 4 days, have more time because you could do it. You could do
Same.
a 3-day vacation, man, if you
I
really
know how
needed
it
to.
goes.
You can go
You can
camping
go to
for a
Austin
couple.
and back in 3 days.
That's what I'm
you know?
saying.
You got a weekend, you can't go to Austin and back. You're gonna be driving
Nah,
all
man,
day.
it'll feel short lived. But 3
Right.
days, you know,
We can
like
do it. We
like
can have a good
Mondays is normally my get shit done day. So what I do is I try to wake up decently early, knock out cleaning up, responsibilities, groceries, all that, you know, and then I got game night on Monday wherever me and my friends get online and play some video games.
That's cool.
Especially the ones that like moved away.
Right.
So I can't chill with them in person. So next best thing is play some fucking games with them.
Well, that's cool, man.
So and then Tuesday is gonna be the
that's cool. You can
podcast
keep
day.
up with them.
Yeah,
Are
man.
you talking to them the whole time?
I mean, yeah.
Are you talking about the game, or is it?
It's
Did that dumb
50-50.
bitch break your heart?
It's 50-50.
Well, we didn't like her anyway.
Yeah.
Middle of playing games.
Yeah, so it's good to talk to them, man. He's actually Jordan.
I remember him
Yep,
well.
Jordan. Yeah, he's coming
remember
back.
him well.
Shout out to him, Jordan Mitchell.
That's
my
cool,
my dude.
man.
He's gonna be
He's
coming
the
back
one
in
that can
March.
play the guitar, isn't he?
Dude, he can play the fuck
It's
out
so
of the guitar,
good.
man.
So good.
It's ridiculous,
We've jammed in this room together. I remember it like it was yesterday, bro.
man.
He had his little electric wired up. I said,
Mhm.
let me lay you down some rhythm tracks, bro. Cut
Yeah.
loose on the bottom.
Play
of
some
that
backing
thing.
tracks
yes,
to his,
dude.
man. Yeah, he's really good.
We in A minor. All right, go ahead.
Speaking of that, what tattoo you got right there, man? What is
Man,
that?
this is a pretty cool tattoo, actually. Me and my daddy have the same one.
Michael,
Yep.
the one that was just on the podcast earlier.
Yep, that's the one. The very same.
Maybe we should leave it in.
Yeah, he drew it up one day. You know, the women, they're always like, "Oh, what song
yeah.
is that on your
Yeah.
arm?" And I try to catch their vibe. You know,
Yeah.
if they're wearing all black, got a leather,
Uh-huh.
it's immediately Metallica
Yeah.
song, right?
It's
immediately
whatever
Metallica.
song scores me
I
a chance with,
swear
dude.
That's what it is, bro.
It's
You know?
it's not called a music score for nothing.
Right.
Oh, God,
I had
that's
a, I had
bad
a little kid ask me what it was the other day. I said it's Mary Had a Little Lamb.
It's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star,
That's
man.
it, man. Same note.
It's it says it's a song singing about giving me your mother's number.
That's it. It's a song about how to get your mom's number.
You trying to be daddy, huh?
It's funny. What is it really? Just a drawing.
Just a
of
drawing.
ill-placed notes.
The
I've played
ill-placed
it.
notes.
Sounds like ass.
So-
I don't know why Dad. It could. I wish it was Dream On or something.
Yeah.
You know, if I could pick a song.
Oh, if you play it backwards, though, it's probably going to be telling you to
Some
be
encrypted
submissive
message.
to.
Yeah.
No, it's the government, man.
It's
Somehow
oh,
the
no.
subconscious of the people are now on your arm.
Subliminal messaging.
Yeah, you've
to
been
the
drinking
world.
that tap water too much, all that fluoride.
Oh no! I told you earlier. tap water at my house is crap. It all makes sense now,
Yeah,
bro.
man, it's the fluoride they're pumping in.
Fluoride.
I had a coworker talking. He's like, man, the fluoride in the water. I was like, it's great for your teeth. He's like, no, it's like mind control stuff. I'm like, maybe, but I don't know, man. Like, what the fuck do I know? We were talking about that on the first, or no, what is it? Yeah, the first podcast with Nick or whatever. I was like, man, what the fuck do I know anyways? Like, you know what I mean? Like real shit. If they got like mind control shit or like to like dumb you down, and like I'm not questioning certain shit for like I'm just like that's stupid. Obviously that's not true, and that's just the mind control work. Like what the fuck am I gonna do, man? Like,
Right.
I don't think that's
we're
what's.
still gonna eat the chicken.
I don't think that's what's going on. But I want my chicken nuggets.
Right. I want my chicken nuggets.
I want
God
my
knows
cheap.
what they
I
are.
want my cheap water.
I know.
Fucking great value, man.
Man, 40 pack of water.
They
$5.
what they put in there is an encrypted message to keep you coming back to drinking great value water.
They got me.
Dude, they got me.
They got me
me
bad,
good.
dude.
I don't give a fuck.
I usually hate being a sheep about things.
Yeah.
But I guess if that's what they're doing,
Man,
I'll fall in line.
what do you think about? I know like we're talking about money a lot and stuff, but I always like kind of branch off. Like I'm curious to people's take on like, you know, the political climate and stuff, and everybody's tripping balls over each other, thinking like they're both right as fuck on stuff. You know, like what's your take on that? Like,
Man,
how do you deal with it?
I try to be as formed as I can. Bam. That's my answer.
Is
you gotta
what?
be. You gotta try to be as formed as informed
okay.
as I can. Who to trust? Nobody.
Yeah.
But you gotta hear something.
Yeah.
I can't.
We're just operating off of intuition, really, I think.
That's it. You know?
Okay, so I got an interesting take on this.
My favorite thing is the Joe Biden stickers at the gas pump.
Oh, I did that?
Yes. Where he's just pointing it. I did that, and I'm just like, fuck you.
See, that's an interesting thing, too, because I've actually heard that wasn't him. I've heard somebody say that was him, and I've heard someone say it wasn't him. That's a common misconception, right? But I ain't really done the research.
Well, I know Joe Biden ain't running the show. However, I mean, let's not pick a side here. But when Trump was in office, gas was not as near as expensive as it is now.
I got a short memory.
That tells me a lot, right there.
Yeah.
That's just an elementary way of looking at it.
Yeah, but you got to...
A bipartisan person looks at
We could,
Democratic president, Republican president.
Well,
I
see-
have more money when there's
see,
a Republican president.
I'm
in my
cool.
pocket.
I'm cool with like hard stances. Like I'm cool with like I said it on my last one too. I was like, man, I need to find someone that disagrees with me on something so we can come to a better understanding together.
I would love to.
So, but yeah, like the whole say a normal person is like, okay, Joe Biden. Let's just do this as a thought, like a thought process or something. To, like see how I think and how I feel like other people think. They're like, okay, Joe Biden got elected.
Okay.
Gas prices shot
Scam.
up. Right? So I say this all the time to Angelo. I was like, causation doesn't equal correlation.
Right.
So I'm like, just because that happened doesn't mean that's the cause of it. Now, I did hear about him shutting down some pipelines.
That did happen.
Yeah. So
First day in office. And that's the reason.
I think it
That's
was
why.
my mother saying that had nothing to do with where we got our gas from, though. It was different type of gas.
Okay, so that one right there
Yeah.
was the subject of jobs. Also very important to me. I know people at the car dealership when this was going down, I was selling Mazdas. Do you know how many dually trucks, F-350s with work beds on them were coming in talking about, man, how much can I get for my truck? Because they can't use it anymore.
They lost their jobs.
Absolutely. They got to... And Lord knows that it's a $65,000 truck the way it sits, you know? But we couldn't give you that because there's 10 more in line behind you trying to get some money.
I'm gonna write that down real fast. So I got ADHD brain, which means normally when I have a conversation, we'll branch off.
Right.
And we'll branch off of that branch off. And they're like that original question, like, what are you doing in 5 years? Or
Right.
You came back to it, which was good because I was thinking about it too.
Right,
I was like,
right,
we
right.
kind of got off track.
Right, I needed that time to kind of have a good answer.
So
That's a great question.
I'm gonna write that down, jobs or whatever. So we go back. But I was interested about the thought process on like, dude, man. First of all, it's crazy to be alive. And
Well, what process are you questioning or curious about?
Well, it's more like how people come to conclusions about things, and then they have strong opinions about it.
All right, pick an example.
Okay, well, we were talking about the Joe Biden thing.
Okay.
Like, honestly, I don't like Joe Biden.
Me either.
I don't like Donald Trump either. Let's be honest. Like,
Okay.
I don't like many politicians. I don't feel like any of them really represent us. And a lot of people are like, Trump's the guy that represents us. And I'm like, well, that's your opinion. I didn't really get into politics as much until Joe Biden took office, like a little
Okay.
bit before that. So,
And it was, for me, it was probably Trump.
yeah.
Ooh, it was just the hype around him.
Yeah.
I got sucked into it.
Yeah.
Yes, I was a major fan
Mm-hmm.
of not politician being president.
Yeah.
Huge fan of that.
So-
Hate politicians, and
so
we
what's-
have to agree there.
What's really attractive about Trump, I think, is that he doesn't talk like a politician.
Nope.
He doesn't do a lot of the bullshit. Like, he just speaks his mind, and he's not reading from the script. He's just talking.
Not
man.
even one.
That's so commendable. People love that shit. And
Very
coming
much.
from all this politician speak, like, honestly, coming from Trump. But see, this is where, like, my opinion differs. Just because someone can talk without reading from a script doesn't mean that person should be in charge. You know what I mean? Like, I love it. I wish we had a candid.
Definitely a great leadership quality.
Absolutely. I
Leadership
wish we had
quality.
a candid person. I don't like. Where's the rational thinking gone?
Your dream president, go. Who is it? If anybody in the world could be president, that you, obviously a leader.
Okay, we got Joe Rogan for president,
Okay.
and we got Elon Musk for vice president.
Okay.
Now, sometimes I
That's
might
a
want to mix
campaign
that
I can get
around.
behind.
I might want to mix that around, but I think I believe our president should be able to speak well and communicate confidence to the people.
True.
Not as a fraud or like a sham or something.
Yeah.
But man, if you listen to Joe Biden speak, I was listening to a clip of him
It's my
talking
favorite.
at the
It's my favorite thing to hear,
At-
man.
talking about pumping up GM stock by saying they're the number one EV manufacturer here in the U.S. and they delivered 26 vehicles last year, EVs, and Tesla sold damn near 1 million. It's disingenuous.
Oh, it's just
but
wrong.
before he even said that, he's like, "Mary, you led. It matters." And I'm like, man, this guy's full of shit. He's in the
I love that you can see that and immediately have an opinion. That's where that opinion comes
Okay.
from. It's like, I know that's bullshit.
yeah.
You up here talking bullshit.
Yeah, so okay. Damn, I gotta hold on. I'm gonna write bullshit down too. I'm trying to stay on track.
That's where the opinion comes from.
Okay, so hold on. Let me back that
When
up
your
a little
own
bit.
knowledge is backed up, either confirmed or denied by the president.
Yeah, so I mean, you can look up those statistics. So that was a big moment where I'm like, I was kind of paying attention, as much as I can, being a sane, rational human being. The people that are the most worked up and like polarized are the people that are just tuned into this news feed 24/7 and they're like buying all into it, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's life or death every day what you see on the TV.
Fear-mongering.
But the fact of the matter is, what really changes president from president in your daily lives?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I would like to think I have an answer.
Okay.
I would like to think that overall,
Uh-huh.
I can remember I've been an adult since Obama was president, then Trump, now Biden.
Yeah.
I have been an adult working man all three of these presidents. I had more money. First time I ever had a Republican president.
Yeah.
Let's call it that. That's
Yeah.
where I'm differentiating here. Because there is two sides, and you kind of like one or the other, really.
Yeah.
You can be in the middle and like things about both of them, but you can't vote for that.
Yeah.
I think I had more money in my pocket while Trump was in president than I did when Obama was president and I did with Joe Biden currently.
Okay.
I really had more money. So did my family. So did. Granted, we're in the South, and I'm rooted a lot in Texas. There's a
Yeah.
lot of oil going on
Oh,
in
yeah.
Texas. So, as for Jordan in the South being a voting citizen, that affects me on a daily basis. And I might be right or wrong.
Yeah.
But
But that's your experience.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That is something I've
understandable.
observed, and I'm over here like, well,
But see, okay, so when we were talking about gas prices, they're like, oh, this caused that. He became president, gas prices went up. Most people don't dive deep into stuff. I'm not confirming whether or not he's the sole cause of that, or if there was other economic factors. I don't know. I haven't looked it up. I do think the stickers are funny as fuck, though.
I love that.
Because, dude, they're everywhere.
I love
They're
it.
everywhere, right?
I love it.
You know, it's funny because someone sent me a video of someone peeling it off, one of the Biden supporters or whatever.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
man.
they're peeling it off.
That's messed up.
You know, everyone's all polarized. I think this whole politics thing is just a show. You know, don't get too damn involved. And yeah, it is our lives. It is our future. It is our planet. But, you know, man, we're all going to die. You know, best
Can
thing
I
we
ask
can
you
do.
what you think is the most trusted news source? You pick one. If they're all bullshit, understood. But if you had to pick one, because stuff's getting consumed.
It's not like I have a particular news source as much as I get news from everywhere.
Right.
And then I form my own conclusions. Like, also, I can tell, like, if someone's being disingenuous, I believe.
Right.
Or,
if they got an agenda.
yeah. You know, because we all spin narratives.
Right.
Like, every news source pretty much spins a narrative. I mean, some are more, like,
got a side.
impartial than others.
Yep.
But either, like, my parents recommend ABC News, and even if you Google that, it says it leans left a little bit. Like, a little to the left. They're mostly centrist. But, I mean, that's the deal, right? Like, who's picking what subjects you're going to talk about?
Right.
You know, like, people have one thing could it happened and everybody sees it from a different angle, you know, and I think there's probably a lot of truth to every angle, but the gas prices, for example, I don't have a strong opinion on that because I don't know and I haven't researched it, but a lot of people have such a strong opinion. Fuck Joe Biden. He made our gas prices go up.
Of it?
Yeah, well, that's...
How about last year you was paying $2 and now it's $3.50.
Yeah.
You know, that's not much, but that's a dramatic change, man.
It is.
I'm borrowing a big ass truck this week. It costs $85 to fill up that truck,
Yeah.
man. When
Well,
last year, same truck, $60.
It was also $3 before again. I remember like many years ago it was $3. Maybe that was during
Obama?
Obama.
It was
yeah.
$4.50 I paid for a gallon.
There might be a
Louisiana.
correlation there then.
See, but that's it.
Yeah.
That's so. I don't know. Am I just blanketing that as Republican versus Democrat leadership?
Well, I mean, Republicans have always. I mean, I'm not even going to speak on that because I'm not educated enough to say some shit I was about to say.
Right.
But that, for example, I don't have a strong opinion yet. Whenever I listen to Joe Biden talk about GM being the leader in EVs, okay, that's the whole point I was trying to come back to. Like, I know that's bullshit. Like, it's a blatant lie.
Right.
I've listened to channels, Sandy Monroe, who's like an automotive expert. He breaks down vehicles, and companies pay him for his reports.
That's cool.
So he's been repping up Tesla hard. He's like, I'm not doing this. I'm not bought by them. They just are making the most badass vehicles and improving the like they're doing things.
Simple.
They're doing things like I didn't even know. Like compared to me, like coming out of the traditional auto industry,
Internal combustion engine.
yeah, he's like
Right.
their rate of innovation is like unparalleled.
Wow.
And this is more to the point
Huge
where
fan.
Joe Biden's lying, saying that they're the leader of EVs.
Can I ask you what that does to your opinion of him immediately? Because something like that is an example of my. Nope, I ain't messing with you no more.
So that's
bullshit.
It's disingenuous. It's an outright lie. Now, I have a strong opinion on that because I've been following this in detail.
And I love that you heard that actually, because I love that you saw that as an unpolitical person, knowing he's our president.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there like, whoa, hold on, that's
Well,
bullshit.
I remember listening to his speech whenever, you know, he was giving his speech for winning. And I'm like, well, I really hope he does do some good stuff. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's all the same talk. I was like, yeah, but now I'm paying attention.
Swear.
So I'm paying attention now, you know, and
Swear.
I'm going to build a foundation
Absolutely.
from everything I see. But when he lied about that, I know it.
No
I'm
one else
following
knew
that. I'm following that closely. So many people, they're not paying attention.
Absolutely. Just
So imagine you're reading the newspaper. Okay.
I would have heard that when he said that and said, what?
That doesn't sound right.
There's a Tesla factory in Austin that
Yep,
made
building
more
right
than
now.
26 cars. I seen them.
It's the biggest automobile factory in the world.
I like knowing that.
Okay.
The one in Austin
Yeah,
is?
yeah.
Wow.
Or it's going to be once it's finished.
Okay, I didn't think it was finished.
So imagine you're reading a newspaper and let's say you're a doctor, or better yet, you're me who understands vehicles, right?
Right.
I'm very well educated, and I'm confident to say that in the car industry
sure
and
are.
EVs. So I'm reading that, and I'm like, oh wow. I read the first couple pages about the vaccines. I read a couple pages about some politics, a little bit of everything, right, in the newspaper, different sections, different columns.
Right.
So then I get to the part where it's reporting about Joe Biden talking about how GM's the leader in EVs and they held a summit or whatever. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's bullshit. I'm like, he's full of shit.
Click. Gotta
Like,
find
he's
that
full of
little
shit,
bit.
right? And then I flip the page and I continue reading my newspaper, trusting it is all trustworthy news.
You'd be
Okay?
wrong.
So this is the only area I understand right now,
Okay.
and I can tell it's bullshit. But a lot of people, they feel the same way. We're like, oh, wow, that's not true. And then they flip the newspaper, and they don't question the news.
Everything?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, this is just what I noticed
That's
because I'm
important.
specialized in it, right? But then you just flip the page and assume it's all true or what this person's saying is true. So, I mean, how much bullshit is there? Is a question. Now,
Right.
and a lot of people, I use my parents for like reference a lot because I tell them, they're like, oh, well, you're always on YouTube, like blah, 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 blah. I'm like, well, I'm not a moron. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of idiots that just have cognitive bias.
Right.
Where like they have an opinion, they find somebody that gives them news that confirms their opinion every time. I'm like, I'm not that. I don't need to say that 20 times.
Right.
Which really
They
makes
definitely drill you with it.
makes me question if like my parents even understand me at all, or
Wow.
like they're just that like channeled in with like anger and fear. Really,
Ooh,
it's
good
fear.
question.
It's
How
fear.
were you raised by your parents? Are they Republican or Democrat?
Okay, so
And are they far?
they
any
both
direction?
I think they were separate in the beginning, and then they were both Republican.
Okay.
But whenever Donald Trump took office, they changed their tune.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. Well, they man, I
Were
can't.
they not fans?
No,
Did
they hate him.
Oh, really?
They
Wow.
hate him, absolutely.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they, a lot of people are talking about like stealing democracy and stuff.
Yes.
Like they were afraid he was going to.
Wow.
Which is funny that they have the same opinion on opposite sides, and I'm like, well, honestly, I do think Trump has some dictator-like authoritarian.
Tendencies.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what to think.
So you talked about
I don't
the
know
word
enough.
bipartisan. I've called myself a fan of Trump, looking at it. I've also been that bipartisan dude that I try to look for something bad in Trump. First one everyone goes to is his, personality. Just his personality. To be honest, again, Jordan's unbiased
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah, go ahead, man.
I like that he big dicks every situation that he's in. He's got confidence, and my favorite part about his confidence is he really backs it up.
Yeah.
He talks good. He talks a lot of game, and delivers majority of the time. A couple of times I can think of one decision where he was advised militarily, and Iraq, and he did not go against what he was advised to do, and some people died.
Yeah.
I think like 13 people died under.
Pretty sure every president kills people.
Well, and
those
if
are
I were to
just the
find
ones
something
we
to
know
bitch
about.
that would be it.
Yeah.
But I also understand that, well, people gonna die when you're the president.
Yeah.
And the military, biggest one in the world.
So I
You're
can't-
over here dealing with some shit.
I can't really comment on Trump that much besides what I've seen because I wasn't paying attention, man.
And we're having very elementary opinions
Yeah,
right now.
and,
but I like that we're talking about it.
I was too busy, getting arrested for drug dealing and shit
Right.
in that time. So,
That'll be
and
okay. That was a different you, bro.
yeah,
moved
absolutely,
past it.
man. Yeah, dude, the
Proud of you,
the
man.
previous podcast, bro. I was talking about how like I don't even exist, like nobody exists at all. Like,
Yeah, dude.
like we just
You're
have
a
this
ghost.
ego, man. But no, you should definitely check that one out. Tell me what you think.
I will, and it just got uploaded today?
Yeah,
That's
just got
cool.
uploaded.
That's cool.
Yeah, 1 week behind or whatever.
I'm going to share it on Facebook.
Hell
when will
yeah.
this one be posted?
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday?
So every Tuesday as
Okay.
an upload. But yeah, man.
I done called my grandma.
Yeah.
I done called my mom. I'm on a podcast. this is my chance. This is my chance to make it.
Those few viewers out there, I appreciate y'all absolutely.
All 16 of you.
All 16.
We're gonna remember you on this day.
I'm actually one of my other channels to subscribe, so it's really me. Thank you, Tomer.
That's great.
Like and subscribe.
Thanks, Tomer. You gonna win the reward in the giveaway?
Yeah. Really, it's fucking bias, man.
I don't know, man.
It's a conspiracy.
I know that giveaways on podcasts are a great way to market them.
Yeah.
That is how I am marketing my live stream best.
Yeah.
I gotta give something away. I'm sorry, but I gotta put this $100 card up here, real shiny and everything.
Yeah.
So everyone knows, hey, I
not
need
a
to
bad
click
idea.
on his video, and then I have a chance to win something.
I was thinking whenever my finances get a little better, like for actual money in my bank account, not just investments and stuff, I was going to look at, I don't know, right now, like what's on my mind is advertising this podcast to some of the podcasts I watch on YouTube, like channel specific, or like sponsorships.
I have heard podcasts shout out other podcasts.
Yeah, because I'm
like,
because, I feel like a lot of it's similar. And I'm like, people that like this podcast might like mine because I'm influenced, by it.
Well, I think it'd be really cool after at least 100 views. 100 views, I can have some ammunition.
Yeah.
But ads on these right here. We pause the video. We got this.
Do a sponsorship on here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
That'll get you some money.
So I'm thinking about, I don't know if they pay more for this, but I watch a podcast called the Iced Coffee Hour with Graham Stephan.
Okay.
Guy named Jack.
I've heard of it.
Yeah,
I've seen it in my scrolling.
Yeah, so I really like that. I feel like it has a lot of value, and they do 2 sponsorship shout outs. Like,
okay, per show. How long is this show?
Man, honestly, I think it's been anywhere from like an hour, like 45 minutes to 2 hours or something. But I don't like the way they do their sponsors. So I don't know if they get paid more for this, but they'll start it without the sponsorship immediately.
Of course. I'm very familiar.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan does the same.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yep. They got like 5 ads for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, is that YouTube ads or
Spotify
Spotify ads?
Spotify.
Okay, I'm talking about sponsorships where the people in the video are talking about your product or whatever it is.
Right.
But they do 2 of them. But it's like, I think after like, I don't know, like the first 20 minutes they have one, and then like another 30 minutes later they have the second one. I'm like, nothing will take me out of it more. Like, I'd rather do the intro or just literally put the sponsorships. But I don't want to put them at the direct beginning.
Right.
Because
it'll be 15 minutes in.
Yeah,
10,
15 minutes, and just get both the sponsorships out the way or something.
Right.
Just get it enough to where it might feel natural right there.
I'll tell you who does it best. Ben Shapiro.
Really?
Ben Shapiro does it best. So in all these other examples, the recording of the live podcast will stop. It now starts the pre-recorded ad, right?
Pre-recorded.
What Ben Shapiro will do is he's talking about, well, it's a political podcast.
Yeah.
Well, the price of bread and eggs is going up. And speaking of prices of eggs going up, don't you want to save money on your phone bill?
Yeah. Bill.
He'll go right into the ad one take.
Yeah.
One take of the whole podcast.
So what he'll do is he'll just casually. I've seen people do that. I've seen people.
That's a beautiful way of doing it.
It is, man. It is.
Oh, I think it'd be hilarious if you had just the most whack sponsors. Like my mom's business is a great one. Heavenly Acres for Pets, Pet Cemetery and Crematory.
Yeah.
Sponsored now.
If you're in the local area,
Shreveport Architects area.
We'll give you a discount if you come cross country to
use
bury
our
your
code,
pets.
Mad Hatter for
use your code. My dog died. Getting 20% off.
I swear.
Oh man, that's fucked up.
Shout out to Mama. She's doing great this year.
That's awesome.
She's doing great. Dogs dying left and right.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You can always count on everything dying.
Tell me that's not a niche market.
That's the best. Look, man, someone's gonna make money off of it.
See, and look, it's not like it's a wonderful subject because it's not like out here, moms out here just taking money from crying, sad people.
It's not like your mom's just out here pouring antifreeze everywhere. You're like, what are you doing? You're like, nothing. Just thought you should have some antifreeze. You have like a beware a dog.
Our
sign.
numbers are low this month.
Yeah, we got to get them going.
This owner loves this dog. I see them walking her every day.
It's only in the rich neighborhood.
Yes, the rich neighborhood. We're not doing that. That never has happened. Oh, frequently asked questions to my mom, though.
Yeah.
And as is with a lot of cremation and period,
Yeah.
how do I know these ashes are my dog? Or is my mom? Or is, just anytime. You ever heard that?
No, but it makes sense.
Absolutely. It's a frequently asked question. They're like, hey, how do I know this is my dog? Truth is, you got to trust us. It is, for sure, your dog.
You think they could pay more if they could watch you burn?
Mom does private cremations for
Yeah.
extra money. Yes.
See?
Because she's got it's a very large crematory, but it's sectioned. It's got different doors
Yeah.
where no contamination could ever happen.
Yeah.
But yes, if you feel that strongly about it, we will privately cremate your dog.
So,
And it's not too often. It's like I said, it's an asked question. But after mom sells it, because she didn't really want to do that. She didn't want to take your money like that.
yeah.
You know?
And to just give you some dirt or something. Or,
Yeah, dude.
Some ashes.
Right. And dude, the craziest thing is, if you cremate me, anything, there's no difference. There's no DNA. There's nothing left over. It's all carbon.
Yeah.
You ever heard of people making diamonds with ashes?
Have actually put it on a necklace or something.
Mom does that. She
Yeah.
doesn't do it in house, but she has a
Outsources.
company that
Yeah.
she'll send a little thing of ashes to there, and it comes back a beautiful diamond.
So what do you think about when you die, you want to be buried? What you want? You want to be cremated?
Good question.
You want
Yeah,
to be
cremate me.
you want to be stuffed like some
I
of these
wanna be
people?
buried.
You know, some people stuff their cats. You want to be stuffed?
Nah, you can do a wax mold of me.
Yeah, that'd be
Don't
cool.
stuff me.
Dude. I don't even know, man.
That's never- what-
Stuffed people?
No, you know who did it though, don't you?
Who?
Oh, what's his name? Killed everybody and ate them. Wore their faces masks.
Wait, not
Ted
Sweeney.
Bundy.
Oh, Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
I'm thinking of Sweeney Todd right now or something.
He that was something I saw in his
Man.
movie. He'd wear a mask of a person, and I'm like, oh, that's probably some of the sickest shit I've ever seen.
Dude, man, what was it? This video is not gonna be monetized anyways, but I was watching Mind Hunter on Netflix, and I can't remember who the serial killer was, but he would cut off women's head and fuck their throat or so, their neck hole or something.
That way to one up my face tearing off, bro.
Dude, I'm
immediate one up.
But he's
Oh, yeah,
he's apparently was really intelligent and was a huge motherfucker.
like
And,
a large dude,
yeah, like a big dude.
and he just skull fucked these women.
Yeah, or not skull, their neck, decapitated neck.
That's wild.
That happens.
I want to watch it.
That happens.
Let's edit that out.
Yeah. Yeah, we cool.
Where was it
We
again?
cool.
Just write it on this piece of paper.
Yeah,
I'll take
it's
it
under
later.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh god. What was I was thinking about something.
Oh, I thought of a question.
Uh-huh.
Best Shark Tank product you've ever seen?
I don't watch enough.
Oh,
Shark
wow,
Tank.
really?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen a good bit of it, but I
Have you
can't
ever
remember
purchased
anything.
anything that was on Shark Tank that you might know of?
I don't think so. I purchased something off of those infomercials that I seen from way back in the day.
Uh-oh, like what? You
the
got
cl-
the shake weight. I seen it.
No.
It's in the back.
I don't need that. I practice enough.
I swear.
So we got the clapper.
What's
The clap on, clap off, the clapper. It would turn on your light or whatever and turn off your light.
Oh, no, bro.
It
That's
was
cool.
so bad.
That's-
You would just be talking, and just talking would have it going on and off, man.
It's just that noise. I
Yeah,
guess.
just any noise. That's where technology was
hilarious.
back then, man. I was like, this is a fucking ripoff.
It was the coolest thing we'd ever seen at the time.
Yeah, I'd just be like, everybody be quiet.
Right now, if you say Alexa too loud in here, it turns into a party.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that.
Is it true that 80% of the lights in your house are on Alexa?
Don't say that word. Say echo. It's a trigger word. You might be listening.
You know, it's a stressful life having to dodge the feds and all these conspiracies
Yeah.
we convinced
Yeah,
ourselves
man.
of.
What I'm convinced of that I'm good to have these in my home is I don't have enough power
Right.
for it to be to be a problem for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, even when I was like selling weed or whatever, I'm like, I'm not big enough. I mean, they will arrest you 100%.
They will come.
They will do it.
That's
But like, government listening, like, we got to get this low level pot dealer.
yeah, dude, they got bigger problems.
Yeah, they
We'd
do.
like to think.
Yeah. No.
Man, you seen any good Karen videos lately?
Oh,
or
God.
better question, you ever had an experience with a Karen, bro?
Not really, man. I've actually
That's
everything's
a
been
good
pretty
one.
kosher.
Me either.
Yeah.
I
I hear about them though.
I got caught in a compilation video of some Karens the other day, and I'm just like, "Whoo! I would love to learn. I would love to know how I'd react. Like,
Yeah.
if
I would just
crazy
capture
lady-
it. I'd be like, I caught one out in the wild,
I
y'all.
would, yeah. I'd be
I'd be like,
"There
please
she
smile
is
for the
in a
camera.
natural habitat,
Yeah. I mean, they're obviously
not returning her grocery cart.
they're not in a happy place.
They're just not.
They're
dude.
not. They're not.
I'm good at feeling for those people, man. I'm good at. Hey, you obviously dealing with something. I'm gonna let you deal with it
Yeah.
by yourself.
Yeah. Unless you get in front of your car to where you can't pull off.
That happens.
Yeah.
Then
In that case, I'll be like, fuck, here we go.
we're just gonna tap her real one time.
Well, I mean, take a video of it. You know,
Right.
like just video it. That way, you got that story to tell for the rest of your life.
you go viral forever.
This Karen tried to stop me from pulling out the parking lot because I parked a little too close to her car or something. I don't know. I parked on the line on accident. It's real. People be tripping about that. I'm like, that makes less sense than these motherfuckers that think they know what's going on polarized on politics. Like,
I swear, bro. So a lot of my news source on the subject of that comes from Facebook.
yeah.
I like it. I click on the video. Okay, this one's CNN. They had a pretty crazy title. Let's see what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Scroll down a couple videos. There's Fox News talking about the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's the way I keep balanced.
Yeah.
That's the way I keep balanced. Those are definitely mortal enemies in the news
Yeah.
world, right?
Yeah.
Sworn enemies.
Yeah, man. Fucking Facebook news is pretty fucking terrible, I think. From what I've been reading about and stuff. I'm not saying like if it's CNN or Fox, I mean whatever, those are their own news sources.
I'm definitely watching a video rather than reading every time.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I can't tell you the last article I read about the politics.
Yeah.
You know? But
Yeah, I do both, man. I read, I
I
listen.
think that's important and I should do more of it, really.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm wasting my time. If I'm going to waste my time reading something,
I can
I'd
read.
rather hear.
I can read faster than I can listen to stuff.
See, I'm definitely an, what do you call it?
Audio.
An audible learner.
Yeah. Audio. Yeah. Something
Audible
like
and
that.
visual.
Uh-huh.
That was one of my favorite things in school. Or no, a dude did that in a science fair project, got second place to me. Shout out.
Number one.
But his was figuring out which way you learn best.
Yeah.
He had like 4 or 5 different examples of the same subject, but different ways to soak in the knowledge at hand.
I think I'm probably better with like audio visual too.
Right.
But I just, I'll be on like Google Feed or whatever. Interesting like articles will pop up about what I'm interested in, so
Right.
I'll just fucking speed read it
You've been
real
trapped
fast.
on TikTok.
I've been there before, but not like
made it out.
not some of these horror stories.
Everybody has their nom, bro.
I don't know if this is real or not, but apparently after you've been on TikTok for 3 hours, like a post will come up that'll like say you've been on here for 3 hours.
100% true. I've
You've seen it?
Oh, it's
Really?
bad. Swipe right past it. it's a dude, and he's so energetic. He's like, "Boop, hold up. You've been scrolling for too long. Maybe you should go get a drink or go take a rest or get some water or something." He's literally the kindest dude. He's just out here taking care of us, bro.
I think
You know what? I am thirsty. I'm going to go get me a daggone water.
figure out that TikTok, like people love content, you know what I mean? But they love a little bit of interact, kind of like a mindless scrolling, just up.
Oh, yeah,
up,
they're just
next,
reaching
next,
for
kinda,
that dopamine.
It's like the Tinder. Instead of swiping left or right, you're just swiping up.
Right.
Or whatever to the next one. It's so small, but yeah, like the first podcast we were talking about TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta be off that shit. Like the only reason I
You got any
downloaded
TikTok
it.
videos, Thomas?
Yeah, man, I got some freestyles.
Hey, that's
freestyles.
cool, bro.
Shout out
I got
to
a bunch myself.
The Mad Chatter TikTok. I think it might be 101 or something. I don't know, but the Mad Chatter 101
That's cool.
on TikTok. I got some freestyles. I did one where I I think I sang some
Can
shit
you
for that I
put
wrote
the
in jail.
Can you put the link in the video?
Yeah, I could put the link for my pop that up or something. Or I can't, but
Do you
Nick
think
can.
you could put it right here?
I might want it bigger than that.
Put mine right here.
Yours right there, your
Yep.
TikTok.
Yeah.
You
That'd
can come
be
buy some
cool.
Pokemon cards.
Swear.
For
Shoot.
real.
Next time, I'm gonna have this little front part of the table here just
Just-
my for sale.
It's just going to have rotating
Price.
Pokemon
Yes, dude.
cards.
I've been trying to find one of those. All the dudes that I buy Pokemon cards from, they have one of those. It's a little tray.
Yeah.
Sure, it's battery powered. Got 3 different speeds, and it just turns. And then they got a cool little stand. They put the card on. I'm out here not keeping up, bro. I need to get my shit together.
Well, man, you got any like questions or something that's been on your mind, like that you're really interested in, or anything you want to ask me?
What's something? Oh, I bought something on Shark Tank.
So that question was relevant.
Yep, it was. Man, I've been on that too.
Yeah.
Dude, I've done the whiteboard at my house. I done started 3 businesses. Shark Tank is on repeat on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I've just been absorbing all the knowledge, bro. But I bought something. First time I whipped out and immediately bought something. It's called Drop Stop. And it is about this long. It goes in between your seat and your console in your car. Seat and your console.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a little thing and it slides over the seat belt. But what it does is it's a barrier so that you don't drop your phone, food, vape, anything down there. And they had statistics that blew my mind. They were like, it might have been bullshit, but they sold me.
Yeah.
And I was like, they were like, 40% of car accidents are caused by things being under the seat. I'm like,
It wouldn't surprise
man,
me.
come, I bought 4 pair.
Yeah.
My sister, my mom, my dad, myself.
God damn.
I was like, I gotta protect y'all. Didn't y'all hear the
trying-
40%
I'm
of wrecks?
saving your lives.
Y'all didn't hear the news?
I'm thinking like if people drop their phone under their seat, they're less likely to get in a crash because now they're not on their phone.
Oh, you're wrong, bro. I dropped the phone in my car yesterday.
Gotta pick it up.
Like I said, I'm borrowing
Yeah.
a vehicle, so don't have the drop stop.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to behave anymore. And sure enough, here I go.
Looking for it. Yeah. I mean, I've done it.
I'm elbow deep under the back seat.
Yup.
Nothing's going on.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me, honestly. I mean, I almost bought one of those things on Amazon. It wasn't like all long or whatever, but it was like a little thing where you could stick stuff.
Oh,
in
I
it
know what
and
you're talking about.
catch
Little
stuff.
organizer, little pens.
Because I lost my fucking thing, my
Console?
change thing, because the motherfucker stole it out my car.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
so sorry,
Yeah,
bro.
so I'm like, I might need like a new
Motherfucker
little
walked off with
pouch.
78 cents. in your
Yeah,
tray.
man, you must have got like $15 or something. And my ibuprofen,
Oh, man.
that's fucked up. That shit ain't cheap.
I
Dude,
know it ain't.
ibuprofen prices have gone up, man.
I don't-
Everything's gone up, really.
Yep, you know why, though.
Joe Biden.
Yep.
man. Bring
you
Donald
know why?
Trump back. I'm gonna trigger somebody.
Hey, did you
No matter
answer?
what, I believe.
Oh, you did answer dream president. Hey,
Yeah.
man, I think I'd have to agree with you. You said Joe Rogan and Elon Musk.
Yeah, I'm thinking Joe Rogan as president because he seems like a sensible guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And also, if Joe Rogan had access to all the data and stuff that the president has, he'll be like, I feel like he would be very much like Donald Trump, be like, yo, this is what's going
Aliens
on.
exist, bro.
You know?
Yo, I knew we thought it was true. It is.
Yeah,
like,
it's real as fuck.
It's real as fuck.
So
Here
and then,
goes some pictures from Area
but then-
51 I took with my iPhone.
then you got Elon Musk for vice president. But I really wish they just have a joint presidency where
Man,
like
they're good at that. I feel like the president and the vice president, someone got to be here, someone got to be there, but it is a team effort.
well, see, I would put Elon Musk as president, but he's just terrible at speaking.
He is.
He's really bad at speaking. So we need someone that can speak and communicate better than him.
Right.
Absolutely, because Joe Biden's terrible at communicating.
I wish we could watch clips of Joe Biden right now, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
Might be able to put one up. I
it's
don't
so
know.
hot. It's the best. It's the best media I've ever consumed, bro.
You're just looking for clips.
I know. Google it one time, bro.
I will say.
He butchers it so often.
I will say.
I feel sorry for the man.
Donald Trump talking about drinking bleach or whatever and,
Oh,
and getting the
dude.
UV.
Right.
You know, so many people said they're like, "Oh, he was joking." I was like, "Nah, that motherfucker wasn't joking." I watched that, dude. You can tell. He's like, "Well, could we could we maybe do something with that? Like is there something we could do with the UV rays and
He
the
don't know. Leave
He's
him
like,
alone.
that's funny as fuck, man.
He don't know. Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
And in a world where everyone was eating Tide Pods. You remember that, bro? We lived in that world. We saw that happen.
I'm sure it still happens.
We were 25 years old when that went down,
Oh
bro.
man, shit's crazy, bro. I appreciate it. I try to soak everything up, man.
Right.
Like all the crazy shit going on.
You asked me something I got going on. Did I tell you I have an old school vintage motorcycle? Badass, bro. Got a good deal on that one too.
Here, boy.
I've probably had it for about a month now.
Yeah.
You know what my biggest problem is? Buying things I like for a great deal, staring at them.
Yeah. You don't want to sell them, do you?
Nope. Got to.
Yeah.
But all it is motivation to buy something else I like. Like the Charizard, I've had it for a while. I've stared at it. It is on display in my room. Right there, bro.
That was me with this, man. I'm
it's
just
got its
looking at it.
own
I'm like,
lamp. You know, it's got its own lamp.
Dude, I was wanting to buy one of these for a while, man. I was in an
Has it
eBay
existed
bidding
for a
war.
while?
The Tesla Tequila one, which looks just like this, but I ended up canceling it because I just wanted it so fucking bad. And I'm like, why do I want this object so bad? I was like, I just love the company, man. I love the mission. I want to own I'm not going to buy the car.
That's worth, wasn't it worth triple the next day?
So, I mean, double after it was drank.
So you're telling me they sold just the decanter?
Yeah.
Then they sold tequila decanter.
They sold the tequila bottle, which was shaped like that. And then the next, after they drank it, the bottle was just selling for double what you got when you got the tequila.
Right.
So everything sells out that Tesla makes, these little limited runs. So I mean, you could just buy them and flip them.
Wish you'd buy.
And I'm plugged into the Tesla news 24/7.
Well, give me another example of some things that they've sold.
They just sold a child's version of the Cyber Quad.
Yep, I've seen
that
it.
shit sold out.
Old David Dobrik got one.
Yeah, I didn't want to buy that one. It's too
How much
big.
was it?
I don't even know. I can't. I could have bought a bunch of them if I wanted to, but it was over a couple thousand plus.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
But where am I gonna put the motherfucker? Someone's gonna steal it out back, But
Well, you're right.
I don't want to figure out the logistics of shipping that either.
Right.
So, but yeah, man, I think Tesla's gonna take me to the promised land.
I hope
Absolutely,
it does,
man. I mean, this scenario is in 3 years. I could finally be a millionaire.
Would you say it's foolproof, or is it the most foolproof option that we currently have?
I think, as far as everything I know, it's the most foolproof option there is.
As far as your extensive research and opinion,
I'm
that's where you've put it.
I'm autistically focused.
Right.
As a way to put it on this one company.
That's a little bit more than regular focused, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
That's a little bit more than regular focused.
But yeah, man, I think Tesla's gonna change the world. SpaceX is gonna go to a different world.
My friend Aaron bought a Tesla last week.
When he
put his little deposit down,
yeah.
I think $500.
Yeah. Oh, you talking? Oh yeah.
He is on the list, bro.
Okay.
He's the one waiting a year.
Okay. Which do you know what model?
Yes. 3.
Model 3. Nice.
Model 3. That's the smallest one.
Yeah. That's the cheapest one you can get. Yeah. It's still expensive, but the cheapest one you can get.
His is gonna be about 50, 60.
Yeah.
50, 60. He kind of wants it. He's gonna get it all the way probably.
I got a Cybertruck reservation.
What?
Had that for a couple years now.
That's cool.
But really, it's not for me to buy and drive around. It's like a play on full self-driving. So basically, it's like $100 option, almost. I have the right, but not the obligation to buy this truck when the time comes.
Of course.
And I made sure to get in the back. So the price of FSD has gone up $4,000. But I'm locked into the full self-driving.
Okay.
So I have that for $8,000. Right, I have that locked in at $8,000. Now it's worth $12,000. So I've already gotten $4,000.
Are you telling me that that's something that you're investing in? You're investing in full self-driving?
Okay, no. So you can buy the truck and you get autopilot with that. You
Got
can
it.
buy any Tesla.
It
Comes with autopilot. It's awesome.
Got it.
But then you have this full self-driving software that you have the rights to, when it's regulatory, when it's approved. Like, you can now have your vehicle drive you without you, like, with you sleeping in the back or drinking. It
Right.
doesn't matter. Your car is driving itself. So you have the future rights to that software when that is released. So, I think they're close because it's
Are you
not
speaking
linear.
on something that does not exist
It does
yet?
not exist.
Okay.
It does not exist. So what I'm saying is it's an
I
option.
don't understand the difference between full self-driving and
So
whatever the first one was.
autopilot.
Yeah.
Okay, autopilot. You still basically planes have autopilot, but they don't take off themselves. They don't land
Sure, no.
themselves.
Right.
It's the same thing. Autopilot doesn't mean that you don't need to be there paying attention.
Will it stop at the stop sign and go with autopilot?
Autopilot's only for highway right now.
Is that right?
Yeah, but it's already proven to be safer than a human, like multiple times over.
That's crazy. I've actually, with my own eyes, seen a sleeping woman in the driver's seat of a Tesla.
Really shouldn't do that.
That's what I thought. I was like, well, I'll be damned.
Well,
This woman's asleep.
so full self-driving, imagine
You really shouldn't do
I
that.
saved $4,000 already if I go through with that purchase because when I made my reservation, all that cost me was $100 a couple of years ago, and it's fully refundable. So whenever the truck comes out, if they're 99% or they just saw full self-driving and they're waiting for regulatory approval, and like I seen the data, I seen the statistics,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through with that purchase because when you saw full self-driving and you get a robo-taxi is what they're called. Imagine the price goes from what was it, $12,000 at the time. I mean, you could make $300,000 profit off the lifetime of a vehicle. So I mean,
All right, so
the
that-
vehicle triples in value overnight because of the software.
Wow.
So of course I want to own an option for that. It costs me $100. If it doesn't happen, I probably won't go through with the purchase
Right.
because it's a business.
Well, are you telling me that it will happen eventually?
I absolutely believe it will happen.
Okay.
I think it will happen within the next 5 years.
That's cool.
And that's just, I mean,
And then they'll apply that to every vehicle?
yeah. Well, I think if I'm being totally honest, even though I don't like the idea because I want to own my own car, like I think Tesla might stop selling, or will stop selling most vehicles to. Basically, you can only buy a Tesla if you buy full self-driving.
Well, I feel like that would come with it.
Yeah, well, okay, you get all the hardware whenever you buy a Tesla today. You have all the cameras for everything that's needed for full self-driving.
Right. Sensors.
But you don't have to purchase the full self-driving software
Got you.
package. So what I'm saying is, if they need every car they can to put on like a robo-taxi fleet with no drivers, why would they sell a car to you where you're going to pay less because you're not purchasing the software when they could sell every single vehicle for $150,000 with this software because it's going to make so much more money.
Wow. It's an investment.
So
That friend Aaron of mine, he said this the other day, and I didn't think about it much. You tell me if it was true or not. I believe he said that he got picked up by an Uber in a Tesla with no driver. Did that happen? No, it didn't. That's not what he said. It pulled up and picked them up out of the parking lot.
That's true.
That's what it did.
That's true.
So I don't think it might have even been the Uber driver.
Yeah,
that
you got
saw that
it's
with.
called auto summon.
That's
You
cool.
Say it's raining and you're at the front of the grocery store. You can just have it. You press the button, hold it. It will like come to you. It's not that
That's
great
so
right
sick.
now. It needs some improvements.
Does it?
But man, look, you can watch videos on YouTube of people with the full self-driving beta. Apparently, they just announced on their last earnings call, 60,000 people have this beta, and that's for city streets driving. You can only get it if you have full self-driving and they have a driver score. And if you're in like the top 100th or 99%, they will let you use this beta software to where your car will try to drive you everywhere autonomously.
Wow. Oh, you're telling that there's 60,000 of that happening right now?
No, 60,000
Cool.
people have access to this beta software on their Teslas.
That's cool.
That's crazy, man. Like, so you can watch videos of people like testing it out and stuff.
Man, have you ever had a one-on-one experience with a Tesla?
I mean,
Have you ever peeked around
Well,
one, opened the doors, let
I
someone
went
play with
I
it?
went to Dallas and I went to the mall before COVID and everything. And I got to experience sitting in the different vehicles.
That's cool.
But it wasn't enough. I wanted more of a personalized experience because there was one kid just not getting out. He spent so much time in there. I was like, hey, man, You done.
My turn, bro.
And then, like, he
Get up.
spent 30 more seconds.
Little 7-year-old kid.
Yeah,
won't
he was
get up.
older, man. He's like 15. I thought he might have been a dick
Get
or
your
something.
punk ass up,
That's what I'm
man.
saying. I'm like, bro, I've been
You
waiting
can't
for
afford
this.
this, neither can your mama.
Yeah.
Come on.
So I checked that out, and, dude, felt amazing. Of course, I'm driving a 2017 Kia Forte with no cruise control. So, I mean, my 2000 Grand Marquis was more
It's the
luxurious.
I know it was, bro. I remember that car like it was yesterday, bro. How did that thing end its life? The Grand Marquis, bro.
It's still alive.
Official
as far as I know.
Trapmobile of America.
Well, I don't know what the hell it was. I can't even remember. Like, I don't know. I'm a EV dude, but I'm not a mechanic.
Right.
Okay, so all I know is I was driving, going about 25 in Houghton or whatever, and then just the front end of my vehicle goes, whoop, just drops down, lands on my tires, and I was like, well, that ain't good. So I get it fixed for like $500-$600. Get a tire alignment. Everything's working well. I sell it for more than I paid for it,
Cool.
and I drove it for 2 years. So overall, I basically got profit and 2 years of driving for free.
Wow. I got a story like that. You remember my green pickup truck?
I think so. Was it the one that looked like a cat was fighting on the inside?
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. Also a cat-eye Chevy. That's what
Yep.
you call that body style.
Savvy.
Because the front of it, the headlights
Yeah.
look like a cat or whatever. And so I had that truck. You remember it well. I had it for 2 years. 2 years ago, I bought that truck for $5,000.
Yeah.
75,000 miles. I sold it about 2 weeks ago with 110,000 miles for $4,800.
Wait, so you spent how much again?
4,800
$4,800. You
Owned it
sold
for
it.
2 years. Put 40,000 miles on it.
So you would spend $200, basically $100. That's a good deal.
Ain't it?
Yeah.
Tell me that ain't
When
a
did
good
you,
deal.
did you sell it after the used vehicle prices went up though?
That's it.
Yeah.
That was a big nest egg for me. You know, that was a big source of
Yeah.
income, but I shouldn't have done it, bro.
It
I
went
need a
up
truck.
more. Yeah.
I gotta have a truck. I do too many truck things. Like I told you, I'm borrowing a truck as we speak, and I'm like, man,
Oh fuck! I just remembered what the fuck I wrote down jobs for, man.
what?
So, we talk about, like, basically losing jobs, like shutting down like oil field jobs and stuff. Like, man, honestly, that shit's got to go.
Right.
In my opinion, just for like us, for you, for me, for everybody, man.
Right.
We got to get to sustainable
As far
energy.
as emissions go,
Yeah.
Right.
But at the same time, there's a limited amount of oil, man. You can keep getting sun power forever, wind power forever. You know what I mean? So
right?
I don't think we should do it dumb. Like, we need gas, we need oil right now.
Yeah.
Like, but let's make some better advancements. Like, let's go full steam ahead to try to save not our planet. Our planet's gonna be just fine. Whether or not we're gonna be fine. Like, let's save ourselves. Quit
Right.
saying save the planet. We're saving ourselves. The planet will be fine if we all kill ourselves.
Absolutely.
This is gonna
Planet
keep
gonna
on
be
trucking.
here. Yeah.
Evolution is gonna try again, possibly.
Yes,
I
it
don't
will.
know. So, but I mean, a lot of these jobs are gonna be replaced with, what is it? Solar. You did it. You installed
Sure did.
solar, right? We
Sure
got.
did.
Well, that's gonna need maintenance. It's gonna need to be cleaning. Now, maybe there is net less jobs, but
So I think that.
yeah.
I only think that's true. So the only reason I'm complaining is just because it hits home in so many people right now.
Yeah.
In a world where, yes, we're trying to go and be more green and use less fossil fuels. As of right now, that's how half everybody I know making money.
So,
And then they don't just have a job they can jump into. Let's go to the battery factory.
well, I'll say this. That's right, because it's different. They're specialized in that,
Right.
And it's gonna be tough. There's
And
no way around
It'll
it.
have to weed out. It'll weed out.
Yeah.
There's no more steam engine
Yeah.
mechanics. You
So-
know what I'm saying?
It's interesting. I was talking to a coworker about this. He was like, we need these jobs or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, we need jobs, but like we can replace those jobs. Let's say we can replace 80% and there's 20%. Like you see right now, this is a short-term thing. Like motherfuckers needing to hire right now. They are looking for people to work. That is not a problem. There are
True.
jobs available. But of course, it might not be like that when this is all said and done.
Right.
You know, you got to think about the
I also
future.
find that very, very weird.
So
If I'm complaining about jobs and everything,
Yeah.
right, I think a lot of the problem too is people not going to work.
yep.
That I'd complain just as much about that. You know.
So what I'm thinking, he said, well, we need the jobs. And I talked about decriminal. I was like, what would I do if I was president? I know that's kind of a weird segue, but that was what we were talking about. I was like, well, first of all, I would
Great question.
I would
For any podcast.
I would decriminalize all drugs.
Same.
I would legalize a few of
Yep.
them, or at least start looking at the research more in depth, and I would decriminalize everything and stop treating it as a war on drugs when it's a war on people.
Right.
So you had Denmark, I believe it was. Maybe it wasn't Denmark. Whatever. We're just gonna say Denmark.
Right.
Nick will
Somewhere
throw
over
it.
there.
Nick will throw it up on the screen if I'm wrong.
Right. Fact.
Maybe it's Portugal, but they had like they were the third worst country in the world for addiction rates for like opiates, and then they decriminalized all drugs, had clinics to where you could get therapy and like learn things and do art and stuff.
Right.
And they would actually give you clean version of these drugs to help you get off of them, and it was like a ticket, or like you had to go do some therapy or something. And now they are one of the lowest in the world for drug addiction. So you treated people as a mental health problem and stopped treating it as a criminal problem.
That's crazy.
Because we're spending so much money jailing people for shit like
Prisons
marijuana,
everywhere, man.
for drugs, and what are you doing? You're not part of the reason I don't believe I exist is because I'm so tied to I am also the environment in which I am, because you need your lungs to breathe just like you need trees and algae in the ocean for you to breathe, right?
Yes, exactly.
So you saying you're separate from that, but that's just as much a part of you, because you would die without it just like you would
100%.
die without your lungs. Now,
I'll tell you what, bro. Olivia just graduated college.
yeah.
It's very interesting that you mentioned that they did art over there in the drug rehabilitation.
Yeah.
That is 100% what Olivia wants to do for a living.
Drug rehabilitation?
Ooh, rehabilitation as a whole.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure drugs will be there, but disorders.
Yeah.
Bipolarism is a big one.
Yeah.
Bipolarism is one that I think is a big problem, and it's not a good way to handle it without being drugged up. She wants people to get off drugs and solve their problem.
Yeah.
That's it. Find another way. Here, take this bat and break that vase.
Well, a terrible way to get someone with a drug problem is to throw them in jail with other people that also have a drug problem, or they're not. They all have a common interest, which is going to jail.
It's a constant one-up conversation.
Yeah, that's actually what it was that I was talking about, the organism environment thing I was
Yeah.
talking about. Because you take somebody, like drugs are also like your environment. Like you're gonna, Zach's more, or oh fuck that up.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care if he sees this. When you're in a environment that promotes a certain behavior,
Absolutely.
okay, so then say that's drug use. You go to jail. You meet more people with that behavior. You're not changing anything.
Nope.
Like you think. It's not like they don't want to be in jail. They don't want to be addicted to drugs.
Right.
They don't want it, man. Like, so.
Well, how much sympathy do you have? Because it's a problem, right? It's hard for me to have a lot of sympathy
Okay.
on that subject. Just because of,
I'm interested.
all right, you had a problem with drugs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Oops. Let's even use the best example. Maybe you got prescribed drugs and
Yeah.
now they're a problem. Because that's your excuse,
Yeah.
right? I was prescribed them. We're not even talking about abusing meth and heroin and stuff. But it's hard for me. It's hard for me to have sympathy if you done it to yourself. That's a pretty harsh way of putting it,
Okay.
I feel. But it is. And maybe I'm cold for that. I don't really like to. I don't want to think I'm cold, but I also do believe that they did it to themselves. There are drugs. I smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah.
You know, would never partake in anything other than weed.
Yeah.
I've done once or twice here in different subjects and categories, but nothing crazy, nothing addictive, nothing that's just hardcore.
I don't think anybody.
On purpose.
Yeah, I don't.
It's been in front of me here. You want to do this meth? I'm like, ooh, no, this is not a place I should be.
Yeah, but you're
All of a
better.
sudden.
You're better equipped.
Okay, then other people, I would say that.
I mean, look,
willpower.
Dude, see, I don't believe I exist to make any choices. So I have a unique take that a lot of people. And
love this.
So, I mean, even if you want to look at it from a scientific way, if I ask you tea or coffee,
tea.
Like, whenever you thought tea, that decision was made before you thought it.
I agree.
So that's what the scientific data shows us. But also, I was talking about the separation, and I don't really want to get off on how, because I talked about that last podcast some too, but I'm still trying to figure out how to communicate what I already experience. So willpower is, I don't believe in free will, though I act as if it exists.
Interesting.
Because it feels like it exists. I'm not denying that one bit. But
that's wild. Ooh, let me give you an example of something I deal with. You tell me how commonly it's related to yours. Okay? So, I'm a fan of Jesus and God, right? I do believe also that God has a plan for me, right? That's what I've done convinced myself of. God's got a plan for me. I'm here to do something. Let's find out what it is. If it's help you with this podcast so that this blows up and becomes better, Jordan was here for a reason. You understand what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to those choices that you mentioned, I view my entire life and everything I do and everything I wake up in the morning as two roads right in front of me. Two roads. One's a good road that leads down a great direction. One's a bad road that leads down a bad direction. When it comes to Coke or water, when it comes to go to the party, don't go to the party, bring this girl home, don't bring this girl home because she ratchet, and I know that already, But everything has a road, and I make that choice. I have the power. Both of those roads are predetermined.
Okay.
I could go down this road, and I'm thinking God's up there knowing, ooh, you made the bad choice. You're going to get fucked up because of it. But if I make the good choice that I know, and I know what's good and bad, I'm very honest with myself. I know that this is a better idea than this one every time.
You can be conscious of it when you're still making the decision.
But I do have the power to make that decision in everything I do. In everything I do. A good example the other day that I thought was wild was text everyone in my family, I love you, have a good day. Just in the morning. I could have done that or not have done that. Very small example. But doing that made their day better, my day better, everyone's day better. There was a lot of good that came from the choice that I had to do or not to do. You know what I'm saying?
See, I wish.
But I do have the power to make that choice. And I think, are you saying that you do not have that power?
I'm saying you don't exist.
Okay.
Like Jordan DeArmond doesn't exist.
All right.
Like, you're an illusion. Like, your concept of an individual, very much with religion, it's like, we're born into the world. We're not born of the world. We're not separate from everything. Like, we are everything.
So by you don't exist, do you think, or you or I don't exist, are you, compare that to someone who's already dead and gone, lived, existed, now does not exist anymore. I would say that he doesn't exist anymore. You're saying that we don't exist right now.
I'd almost be talking about it. So imagine there's like two levels to it that we're talking practically.
Okay.
From a practical level, it makes a lot of sense to say you exist. And from a practical level, it makes sense to say you have free will.
Without us having to define the word existence.
Yeah.
Sounds like we should.
Well, I mean, you're aware. You're conscious.
That's a word.
I agree with awareness, that we're awareness. I believe that we are individual points of view of the universe experiencing itself.
Okay. Definitely a hippiest example I've ever heard.
Yeah. you are the universe experiencing yourself.
Hey, y'all gonna see it, but he got chakras going up and down the wall.
So it's the idea of
well, what do you think on my opinion of choice versus yours?
Well, I mean, I definitely, when it comes back to the religion thing too, it's a fundamental thing that kind of shapes imagine it's like a cone or something, that this is the point of religion and belief, and that kind of shapes everything else you're seeing. Like you have a religion lens on.
Bam. How about this? That's one word. I don't like the way you're putting that. Let me try to simplify.
Okay.
Good and bad.
Good and bad.
Bam.
Okay, so
God and religion out the example.
Okay.
That's where that's where I derive it from. That's where I kind of have decided what is good and what is bad.
Yeah.
That's where I get
your
my knowledge.
internal moral compass.
And other than just existing in the world and not being a shitty person.
Yeah. I think you're a sweetheart, Jordan.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you.
I honestly do.
Cut it out, bro. Yeah, but what do you think about that?
Like, do I believe in good or bad?
That's my example. I've changed it to now good and bad of making the choice.
So objectively, I don't think good, bad, evil, any of that exist.
Okay.
I think it's just all man-made concepts in our way of understanding actions. So if you took humans, you got this whole universe, right? You take humans out of the equation. Imagine this. Like, I'm a Viking in Viking times. I don't know what period that is. I'm not that, whatever, right? I'm a Viking in Viking times, and I go rape somebody.
Okay.
Right? For me and all my Viking friends, we just took over a village, slaughtered them, raped their women, took their food.
And they think they're doing good.
We're doing good.
Right.
That feels good. That's right.
Oh,
and that's all fine for their beliefs, right?
Right.
So we all got different beliefs.
That's wild.
In time, good and bad has changed with different time periods.
So true.
And depending on your beliefs. So if you just took humans out of the equation and say the earth created life, we think that life on earth is a good thing. But a whole nother planet, just like objectively, if you took our opinion, ourselves, out of the picture and said, well, this happened. Well, objectively, nothing's good or bad. There is just what is. It is what it is.
Wow.
And life isn't a thing that happens to you. Life is an experience.
Ooh, I like that. I'm curious as to what experience I had before this one.
Well,
and look forward to my next experience.
I almost want to follow it up with, even though I believe objectively good and bad is just, there is no objectiveness to it, I still feel like things are good or bad.
What if okay, you have a pretty broad definition of good and bad, but what if we were just talking about you? You know that if you rape someone, there's going to be horrible consequences.
Oh, yeah, the consequences are real.
Oh, right. See? Well, then there's that. That's it. It's consequences.
There's
rewards and consequences.
Absolutely. That dictates what's good or
you
bad.
You can pay your rent or not pay your rent,
Yeah.
and because you're just existing and none of it's real, right? But shit's going to happen
Well,
to
I
you.
mean, it's real.
Right.
It's really complicated for me to convey some of these messages.
Look, we're doing the best job we can of dissecting this. And the conversation helps you understand your opinion better.
It gets me better able to explain it.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Well,
asking the questions.
Well, what do you not understand when I say that? Because when you keep asking me, I feel like it helps me try to explain
Here's what I don't buy.
Okay.
I don't buy that we don't exist. You keep saying that.
I got another angle.
Okay.
I think I can show
Let's
you.
hear it.
I don't think I've explained this one before.
You're using the word existing, and I think you can choose a better one to help me understand.
Well, first of all, what you are, like, you have a concept of who you are. Like, you are like, this is me.
Right.
Everything that you think you are is a thought.
Absolutely.
You're not a thought.
Right.
Maybe you are a
thought.
thought.
That's for sure, bro. That's one thing for sure.
You're not a thought. You're. People get caught up with the idea that these thoughts, like, oh, I'm someone that sells something. Like, okay, better yet, you exist.
Okay.
Who are you?
Ooh, I'm Jordan.
That's your name.
I'm an Eagle Scout.
That's something you've done, an accomplishment you have.
I'm a good friend.
Okay, that's how you treat people.
Okay, what's your point?
Who are you? You're describing to me how you treat people, this and that. Tell me who you are.
All right, I am a caring person.
Okay, that's something you do. That's not who you are.
At this point, I'm feel flustered. and
Yeah.
don't know the right answer.
Well, there's a reason. I've asked that question to so many people.
Right.
They can't answer me.
Can you answer it?
No,
Right. No, who can? Doesn't sound like anyone can.
they can't. That's the point.
Wow, bro. What a high thought to not be high for.
I'm telling you, dude. A lot of the shit I say sounds
I'm
crazy.
going to mess up so many people asking them that the rest of the day. Who are you? Wrong.
I forgot to even ask
Nothing
you
they
that
say is
question.
the right
I'm over
answer.
here trying to explain it to you. I forgot to ask you the simple question of who you are.
Right.
I mean, isn't it
So
fucking,
I get
it's
it. So hold
perplexing.
on. I get it. You're talking about existing, right? I don't know. Do you think I could better confirm your existence if I told you who you were? You think that could better confirm or deny your existence? Maybe?
So, wait, what do you mean by that?
Like if I told you you're a beautiful person, a caring person, a hardworking, genius, financial investing person.
Okay, let me
You're a long-haired person.
I'll put it this way. Anytime you try to say who you are, it falls short. 100% of the time. Do you identify, or like, do you beat your own heart, or does your heart beat?
Ooh. These are the questions, bro. I don't know. My heart beats.
Right? That's how we say it. But you just say you don't beat your own heart.
I would think that there are things that I need to do to
So-
make that heart beat.
Okay.
Ooh, better way of
Right,
putting it.
right.
Things I need to do to make my
Yeah, I
heart
mean,
beat.
you could stop your heart beating. There's
So
things you
good.
could do.
Yeah.
You have the power to
We
do
cut
that.
this off immediately.
Yeah. End of podcast. No.
Right.
Would it be that foreign of an idea that your heart beats the same way the sun shines?
No.
That's
all happening.
Yeah.
Yep.
so. I mean, your hair grows.
Yep.
It's not like you're growing your hair. It's not like your conscientiousness, who you are isn't someone that's growing your hair. That's something that's happening to you. But really, you're the happening.
Right.
And really what the conversation behind it is that there's only one awareness, like a universal awareness, but we're all taking different forms. And trust me when I say, like, I don't understand it.
Right.
I don't understand it. I can just tell you that I don't believe I exist as thoughts. I'm not that.
Oh, I got a good one. When's the last time somebody changed your mind? When's the last time someone changed your mind?
Honestly, it was about Dobie and Dobby.
I'm not familiar.
No, it has nothing to do with the high-level conversation. It was just that character off of Harry Potter, that house elf.
Really?
I thought it was Dobie.
Oh.
Yeah, no, but they didn't change. I mean, they fact-checked me, and I was like, fuck, I've been wrong this whole time.
I've
Like,
been wrong this whole time.
no, I encourage being wrong, man. Like, if somebody can explain something to me and they can give me their perspective, that's awesome.
Right.
Like, having this conversation, I
Love
feel
it.
like we both learned something.
Absolutely.
So, this concept that I don't exist, I act as if I do. I act as if I have free will. But you can't tell me who you are. So if you can't tell me who you are, then who's the person making the decisions?
If it's not me,
Yeah, because you can't even tell me who you are. How can
I don't
someone
know how
that
that's related.
unexplainable?
I can tell myself. I can make decisions, right? Are you questioning if it's me making the decision? Is that what we're talking
Yeah.
about here?
Yeah, I believe so.
Do you make your own decisions?
Feels like I do.
Right? Yeah, I would blanketly say that yes, I make my own decisions.
Do you are you aware of the subconscious, unconscious, and the
Like
iceberg?
dreaming?
More of the idea of an iceberg. So, you got the tip above the water,
Yeah.
right? The tip above the water is your conscious mind. And that's where your ego comes from, your sense of self, your sense of identity. That's where you feel like you're a somebody, okay? That's where you're like, that's me. Even though you can't, nobody can tell me who they are.
Right.
So when you go down deeper.
Is there an acceptable answer to that question of yours?
I mean, it's not like there's an answer.
I tried
particular.
hard.
Yeah, you did. No, I appreciate it too, because some people at work, I'm like, who are you? They're like, nope, no, because they've heard me ask somebody that question.
Motherfucker, man.
Yeah, bro, I got my chains, man.
That's right.
Should have worn my pimp chain.
Who said that? I'll be that pretty motherfucker.
But yeah, so then you got your conscious mind at the tip of the iceberg is what you can see. It's what you're aware of. Then you have your subconscious mind, which is down below, maybe middle, and then you have your unconscious. There is so much of what you do and how you act that you're not even aware of. The idea is that our ego, our conscious mind, it exists to protect us from predators and other things. Like it's there for survival purposes, but we've also had this amazing like enlightenment to become self-aware and like be crazy to experience this stuff. So that exists there in our conscious mind.
I'm into it, man. If you went to college, do you think you'd study psychology?
I mean, I've thought about just going there to meet the babes.
Not a bad, but
Nah.
you need to be in nursing then.
Nah, yeah.
You need to be in nursing. That's what you need.
No, psychology, philosophy, all that. But man, you can learn everything online. I'm not saying it wouldn't
That's what
be
we've
advantageous
done.
to go.
As two people who did not go to college, we consider ourselves graduate from YouTube University.
Absolutely.
You know,
yeah.
I know so many things that nobody gives a damn about, bro.
Oh yeah.
I know it all.
Well, see, when I go around telling people they don't exist, they don't always like. I look crazy, man. Now I'm just gonna ask them like, you don't exist. They're like, yeah, I do. I'll be like, who are you?
Please.
That's the new one. Just tell me who you are. As soon as you can give me an acceptable answer to that, something that makes sense,
I'll quit.
I'll quit. You exist, bro, and maybe that'll help me figure out how to exist too.
I'll be damned. Been doing it for 40 years. Nobody's
told me who they are.
Yes, nobody has told me who they are.
So what do you think about that, man? Like, you can't tell me who you are. That make you feel any way, or?
Yeah, it saddens me in a way.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe, and it's all truth. I mean, everything you're saying is facts. Can't tell you who I am. I don't like to think of it though.
Yeah.
Nope.
A lot of people don't.
I spend a lot of time making sure that Jordan is the best person that he can be. And I think that's my philosophy.
You're just trying to be the best person you can be?
Yeah. Do you do
Absolutely, man.
Right.
Absolutely. It's I mean,
I try to be the best person I can be, and with that comes making right and wrong decisions.
Yeah.
And we've got to do that. I've convinced myself, as foolish as it may be, that I am an existing person who is only here for a limited amount of time and needs to make it the best.
Well, let me tell you something that we all think we're right. We tend to. Like, to me, my viewpoints are.
You haven't said you were right.
Well,
I haven't said I'm right.
Well, I mean, we all feel truth, right?
I know what
we all feel the truth.
I've convinced myself it's the truth.
Yeah,
yes.
and we all have different versions of the truth, but it's true to us,
right?
True to yourself, so to
agree.
speak, right? So, when I think that I don't exist and other people are like, say you're religious and that's your truth, like it doesn't bother me.
Right.
No way, it doesn't really affect me. If anything, you being positive and giving out good to the world seems good to me.
Right, keep it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And as long as it works for you, that's all that matters. Mm-hmm. Because if there's any fundamental truth to what I believe, like everything stacked up on it that we haven't even gotten into, is there is absolutely no right way to live. If everything just is, then it's all as it should be, I think.
Amen.
So, good, the bad, I mean, dude, there's beauty in everything. From a certain point of view, even terrible things can be beautiful because they lead to other new, like death leads to life. It's the circle. It's the yin and the yang, know?
I got another good question. What gives you direction on right and wrong decisions?
Probably a lot of my unconscious mind. I can't tell you the difference between the subconscious and the unconscious.
I think it helps that you was raised right. Maybe not necessarily.
Well, I was raised religiously.
Were you really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, not like hardcore, like Catholic household or Pentecostal, right?
That's a tough one.
But I've always grown up like I never realized that somebody wasn't religious until middle school. I didn't even realize. Like let that wash over you. That never once have I considered what I believe. I never questioned it, not once.
Okay.
never even had an inkling.
Definitely drilled into you by your parents. You can't
Right.
help.
But no, even society, I never questioned. And then I was like, I met someone, and they said they were an atheist. I was like, an atheist? What does that mean? I'm like 15.
Right.
And they're like, oh, I don't believe in God. I was like, what do you mean you don't believe in? Like, how could you? Do you understand?
That just blew your mind as 15-year-old timer.
Yeah, but also that if I was raised in like a Muslim family, my idea of God would be different.
Sure, true.
Right?
Say it again.
So what's the difference? Like, why it's almost to where like our upbringing, like what we believe, if we don't question it, then we're not as close to the truth. Because you believe what you believe, but what if like you honestly put yourself in the shoes of a 15-year-old Muslim person? You believe that. Okay? Like I just don't it's hard for me to conceive, and maybe I'm hyper rational or maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. I think I'm hyper rational to a fault almost. Like how could we be so arrogant to assume that just because we believe something being raised a certain way that we're not deluding ourselves?
I like that. I like that a lot. And it is absolutely something that I've considered myself. Of course, I know I'm not illiterate to other religions and what they believe and what they come from. If you want to know the truth, what Jordan thinks, I think most of the religions, most of the mainstream religions, same story.
Yeah.
Same thing happened.
There's truth to that, man.
Maybe even the same thing happened at different parts in time.
Well,
I don't really know when Jesus existed versus like Muhammad.
Yeah.
Or
Muhammad.
Or Buddha.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's interesting for me to know.
Yeah.
I would like to know. We out here talking about Jesus happened 2,021 years ago.
Well, I guess for me,
definitely the most recent.
One of my drug court counselors, who I became actually good friends with, like we would meet up for coffee after. His name is John.
Yeah.
Man, he's really helped me like dive deep on some of these like ideas of philosophy. He's very well read.
He got some good conversation, bro.
Fantastic conversation. I want to have him on here. Well, he's in my boat.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's like reading he's read so many books. Like he's listened to so much stuff, and he's like 50 something. So like he's got decades more of knowledge and compounding, and he's very well spoken.
Right.
Right. And he's almost like an old wise man, even though he's not that old. But he's got like a gray beard. And
looks
stuff.
like he filled with
absolutely.
wisdom.
Yeah, you just look at him, you're like, that guy knows stuff.
I need to talk to you, sir.
Yeah.
Tell me something.
So we talk about it, and I wish he could. Like, I wish you could talk to him. Your mind would be fucking blown. If you kept an open mind and just, as somebody put it, take your beliefs and put them on the coat hanger, and at any point you want to leave and put it back on, if you feel uncomfortable, you can. Absolutely.
He said that to you?
No, I took that from Alan Watts, my favorite philosopher. But
that's cool. I have thought that there's been times in my life where I have put it on the coat hanger.
Yeah.
Found out something I didn't want to know, ran away.
Grabbed it. Look, you can. That's the thing, man. You know in the back of your head, but honest, look, if you,
it's a scary thought for a Christian to think maybe God does not exist.
Look,
right?
If there's a truth that is so uncomfortable that your unconscious mind, your subconscious is going to push it away, like the idea that you're going to die and there's, like, let's say there's no heaven or hell,
okay,
right? And that you're just here. All you know is that you're aware, you're here, you exist. And holy shit, I know there's a limited amount of time. Nothing's guaranteed besides this present moment, which is all there really is. The idea of dying, ceasing to exist, is so utterly terrifying that our brains can push shit away, repress things. Like, say there was a truth that you were getting close to discovering that would be so terrifying that your mind represses it because you can't handle it.
Right.
So, yeah, man, like, bro, like, that's why I say there's no right way to live. Like, man, even if I believe that religion isn't it, and I'm always open to if somebody could explain something in a way that made sense.
Right.
Like, I'm willing to put what I believe and what I see on the coat hanger almost every time. I got to be mindful to do it. But, like, I want the truth. I want the closest thing to the truth that we can get.
Right.
And even if that means accepting things that are so terrifying, but I got uncomfortable with it.
Right.
Like, the idea that I'm here for a short moment, some moments it might almost be like panic.
Right.
You know, but you get comfortable and I realize, like, me dying, if I don't really exist at all, well, I'll never die. I'm everything that there is. I'm literally just, I'm the fucking it. That's it. You're it.
Oh, good question. Timer. Are you afraid to die? Would you like to hear my answer?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I'm not afraid to die.
You're not afraid to die?
Horrible way to live. I used to be afraid of dying. Then I decided to quit being stressed out all the damn time.
Well, there's nothing you can do about it.
So now, how do I walk around not fearing death, right? I am convinced that there is a heaven.
Mm-hmm.
If there is not a heaven, if there's not a heaven, cool. Find out when I get there. But in the meantime, that sounds like a nice goal to strive towards.
Yeah, well, the idea that if there is a heaven, well, then you got there. But if there isn't a heaven, well, it's over with anyways.
That it is.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I have, that comes with faith. I ain't out here proving God exists. I can try. Nobody can prove to you God exists.
Yeah, nobody can prove he doesn't exist.
True. I have decided that he does. And just like you said, maybe I'm wrong. You said either hyper-rational or something else.
Or I said I'm either hyper-rational or stupid.
Right.
Yeah.
I might be stupid and thinking what I think. But I don't think that there's a lot I can lose.
There's not.
There's not a lot
Well,
I can lose.
okay. Well, if you wanted me to make an argument against religion, and it's not like it's not like I have a religion.
Right.
It's not like I'm Buddhist. I don't identify with anything. In
Right.
fact, when you said, like, you're a beautiful person, thank you.
Right.
But what compliments used to do for me, it just doesn't happen anymore. Anytime somebody compliments me, it makes me feel uncomfortable.
That's weird.
Not because, like, I love myself. The idea of myself, I love Timer, right? But it puts me in my ego identifying as something.
Well, give me an example of a compliment. You have nice hair. Did that make you feel awkward? Or is it coming from Jordan, your friend?
It's not. It's
Not
anybody.
weird.
It's anybody.
Oh, is it anybody?
Yeah. Well, I'm not, like, if I really don't believe, like, I exist, then any compliment, anything you attribute to me is purely ego, sense of self. It is fiction. So it's when I'm buying into the idea and I'm acting as if I exist and I'm really buying into that, like, oh wow, all these people like me, like that's further from the truth, and to me it always leads to unhealthy things. So, like, I appreciate you absolutely for complimenting me sincerely.
Right.
It's a good feeling, like, thank you.
Right.
But, like, I don't get high from it anymore.
Okay.
I don't get dopamine from it anymore. Sometimes I still do. Like, if a girl's showing me interest, I'll definitely get dopamine.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? I think that's a little bit more hardwired in me. I ain't worked that one out yet.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I used to get high off of making, and don't get me wrong, it still sometimes happens, different numbers of money. But, like, selling, thinking like I was hot shit. I'm confident more now than ever, but I don't get high off of it.
It
Like,
helps. Money helps your confidence
oh,
level.
it does, yeah.
That's a
I was like,
fact,
every time
bro.
Tesla goes up 50,000, I get more confident.
Get a little bit more confident. I swear.
You know, and the reason that happens is because money is attributed with success.
It's fact.
You know, and I like to think of a successful life differently than just financial numbers now. You know, do you have someone that loves you? Or do you have sincere relationships? Do you love yourself? You know, which is interesting. Self-love, like when you learn to love yourself, from my perspective, it's learning to love everything.
Right.
Even the people you don't like. Because if I don't exist, then I'm everything. There is no me. You're just as much everything as I am, which is interesting because I always say it as a joke, but like, you're God. I'm God. This
I've
is
heard you
God.
say that,
Everything's God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's what the Bible would have you think.
yeah.
God's everywhere. God's everywhere. I think that's a creepy way of putting it, although it probably is
He's
true.
watching you in the bedroom at
Definitely.
night.
Dude, I'll tell you what, I think this is probably one of my best examples of religion. I'm going to quit saying religion. I'm going to say proof of God in an afterlife.
Okay.
Okay? I've got some pretty solid things that have convinced me. And I am into ghosts. I believe in ghosts and spirits. Definitely believe I do. Some people don't. That's cool. I happen to believe it. That came with a very real experience that I had myself. But I also think that it's really cool. I'm really into psychic mediums. And there's a couple that I've singled out that are not bullshit, or at least in my opinion.
I don't want to interrupt you, but I gotta ask real fast. We'll get back on what you're saying about the psychic mediums. Have you went to that place right there on the corner next to Sandbar?
Yes, I have.
Okay, awesome.
And that's bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Well, I don't know. I went in there expecting it to be bullshit. Yeah. I think she blew my mind. I gave her a fake name and everything. I said my name was Jimmy Gonzalez. That was the name.
She knew you weren't real, bro. Gonzalez.
I ain't no Gonzalez, bro. I said Jimmy Gonzalez. I picked one of my uncle's last names, and then the other uncle's first name.
All right, so why do you believe in that?
I don't know. I've seen it. I've seen a psychic medium in real life tell my grandma some things that I knew, she knew, nobody could know.
Yeah.
And it was in a public setting. So that's what this dude's job is. He walks around the room and reads people.
Yeah.
And he's a clairvoyant is what they call him. And basically he can see ghosts and talk to them. That's like his power. He can't tell you your future, but he can be like, hey, your mom's right here next to us. You know, she says hi and to take it easy on yourself, right? It's always the same damn story. But that along with my just the psychic medium and watching that and seeing that and understanding, this dude believes in God. He's one of the best. He's one of my best sources of ammunition on the subject.
Yeah,
because he is unbiased, sees dead people.
Yeah,
he's like, yo, as much as you'd like to think that heaven and hell doesn't exist, it does. That's what he'll tell you straight up. And I'm like, wow, okay. That's a little whack. He's like, I don't talk. He's like, there's good spirits, there's bad spirits. I have personally seen with my own eyes, this is a ghost experience I have, my great-grandmother. I told my mom and my grandma about this. This probably happened when I was 14. I told them a year ago for the first time.
Yeah.
And it was a very, very emotional thing for them. But I was laying in my bed, and my great-grandma, her name was Nana, and she smoked. She smoked like a chimney. And one day, I'm laying in my bed. I am awake. This is not a dream. I couldn't go to sleep. I'm sitting here looking outside, conscious, trying to go to sleep, eyes wide open. I smell cigarettes. I smell the smell of cigarettes and perfume trying to cover up a heavy smoker. Most detailed smell I've ever had, right? I turn over. I'm staring at my Nana in a blue, ghostly, extremely detailed shape. Picture me exhaling.
Yeah. So it's like a cloud almost?
Literally, if you were to describe a ghost, that's exactly what the hell I saw. Okay? So it was the best example I have is if I blew a big vape cloud.
Yeah. Okay.
Except detailed person. Detailed person standing there, and it was my Nana. She was sitting there smoking a little ghost cigarette. And she looked at me, and I audibly heard her say, everything is going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. And she walked out the room down the hallway. A week later, my parents got a divorce out of nowhere.
Shit.
Oh, yeah.
How old were you?
I was probably 14 or 15, somewhere in there. So that was crazy. That made me a believer. I am one of 3% of people on the earth who might have seen something like that.
So I think I was 12 when I looked out the window. So I have multiple instances in which I think I seen a ghost. Like clear as day. I don't trust my judgment from then. Because, well, first of all, we can fabricate things. Like imagine it was just something spooky for you at 15, right? Like you smelt cigarettes and perfume or something.
Right.
But like what you just said didn't happen. So you have like you can actually make shit up in your head that just isn't real, and it actually happens a lot. I'd send you an article or like a video to like let you listen to some of this stuff.
I'm not too naive to think that was in my head. Did I see a ghost?
Or in the
I'm pretty damn convinced I was. I couldn't remember at the time thinking. I mean, I remember it like it was yesterday. I wasn't scared. I'm sitting here looking at a ghost in my room, right? But I was not not afraid at all. I was not.
You also could have been in the
no reaction. There was nothing like that.
Hypnagogic state or hypno something state is the state between sleep. Okay, so whenever you first go to sleep, I don't know if you've ever experienced this. You first went to sleep, and then you see like shapes or something.
Yeah.
Like
when you close your eyes.
Yeah.
And
You're about to drift off to sleep, and you're like seeing a bunch of crazy visuals.
Yes.
That happens. Also, you could have been in like sleep paralysis, where you were sleeping, but you were like frozen, which probably wasn't what it was.
I've heard about those.
But there's also a hallucinogenic state whenever you come from wakefulness. There for a while, I'd wake up hearing the doorbell.
Wow.
Yeah, at the old house or whatever. Dude, I swear to God, do you not like?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'd have to go,
ringing.
dude, like fucking 10 times.
Right.
Like 10 times, like over a month. I like checked the front to the point where I heard the doorbell when I woke up. Like a doorbell woke me up, right? And I would just check my phone, make sure nobody's texting me. Like nobody should be at my house right now.
Right.
Right. And I'm like, it's in my fucking head. Like.
We
underestimate.
You're just going nuts.
Underestimate how wrong we are all the time. Like our minds play tricks on us. Our recall sucks actually. Like anytime we tell a story, not like a lot of it's not true, or some of it just may be downright like really false.
Right.
You know, but that's where psychology comes into it. Like if you want the truth, you got to figure out where our shortcomings come from in our brain. So.
Hey, do you think it is not bipartisan of me or not? You think I'm picking a side by saying I want to believe that happened? You think that's what's the word? Ignorant of me to do?
Well, I don't think you're picking anything because you don't exist.
Right, we've said
that was a joke.
Oh no, it's a good one, bro. We've been there.
Yeah, no, man. Look, you can't help how you feel, bro.
I believe it exists. All those things you mentioned. Totally plausible.
Okay, like here's the deal. You want it to be real.
True.
And you believe it is real.
And how about here's another thing that fucks me up bad, bro, is how tragically my life blew up very shortly after that. You know? There's that. And did I make that connection and tie it together and kept it there forever?
Subconscious could have.
Subconsciously, that's exactly what I did. Here I am saying it out loud for the first time, but that definitely, and it was wild that I recalled that it was so short after.
Yeah.
Because I almost.
It's bizarre. It's really crazy when things sync up like that. Or, I mean, I've done this before. The narrative that we construct about our past, the narratives we tell about our past are used to make sense of the present. So. Even recalling all that, like our back memories, we tell ourselves a narrative on like who you are. You try to tell yourself who you are, right? And you have a storybook of like, this is how I've existed. This is where I've gone, you know, like, and we focus on key details.
Right.
But I mean, like a lot of these past stories, depending today on like how we recall the events despite what happened. You know, we're using, I don't know, I may have lost myself. Like, I may have lost what I was trying to say. That happens sometimes. But what were you saying?
I was sitting here thinking how Buffalo Wild Wings sounds real good, bro.
Yeah, dude. They got rid of my
flavor? Don't tell me.
No, I wasn't that. I'll get the Mac, the Buffalo Mac, man. They ain't got it no
my gosh. That's what my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'm not hurt. I'm over it. But, yeah, that was her favorite thing. But the wildest thing,
Oh, fuck her, because they don't have it anymore.
I swear, dude, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was always hell. Fuck Buffalo Wild Wings and everybody who eats macaroni there, bro, because I went there to get some macaroni for this girl who's hungry, right? I
Yeah.
don't know if you've ever had to buy food for a hungry
Oh, my
girlfriend,
God, I know.
But
It's so bad.
do you, the hesitation.
Oh, dude, hesitation will light
When
them up, bro.
when I had to go
Dude,
back
you
to the
don't.
truck
Do not
and tell
hesitate.
her,
You gotta execute. You're like,
Um,
I'm hungry. I'm going to get you food right now. Doesn't matter what. I just gotta get you food.
You got 5 seconds to decide. You can't? Didn't think so.
I was
I'm
asking
out.
her. I was like, "What do you want?" She's like, "I don't care." I was like, "Well, you probably want like, give me food." I'm like, "Oh fuck!" Like how? She's like, "Are you fucking with me right now?" I was like, "No." I was just trying to figure out what you wanted.
Oh, it's bad.
Because I
They
cared.
don't know.
No.
They don't know.
Look, man, somebody might get pissed off when I say this, but a lot of women, just want a man to make decisions,
Hey, I know that's true.
execute.
I don't think they'd admit it.
Oh,
But I do think that is something that
Women-
feminine and masculine,
Women say a lot of things they don't mean.
yeah.
You know, they say they want a guy that does this and that, but yet they go with the other guy.
Yeah.
Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, like, I want to travel the country with you in a bus. Just kidding. Changed my mind. Sorry. We're not.
You gotta say that in the microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I've experienced something similar. Not that, but heartbreak.
Right. Man, mine's pretty fresh. Mine's pretty fresh. I was sick of it. I had to. It was I think in my case it was a lot of effort being put in, not reciprocated. Had
the
enough,
worst.
gotta leave.
Yeah.
And I think that was a good decision of me to make. That too many people don't.
Yeah, people
Too
stay.
many people do not make that decision when they need to do it, and they live unhappy. I only lived unhappy for about 3 months
Yeah.
before we cut that off. I was like, oh, this 3 months too long.
Yeah.
man. I cannot put up with this for 1 second longer.
Yeah, people stay in relationships because they're lonely.
Right, it ain't like I cut her off, bro. We ended it on her 4th strike.
Yeah.
You know, she got 4 of them. I'm like, hey.
That's
sorry.
one more than 3, so.
Yeah, this is a lot of disrespecting of the relationship going on around here.
Yeah. Well, shit, man.
Yeah, so by the way, I am a single ladies eligible bachelor, Jordan DeArmond.
gonna
No
put
middle
his-
name. That's
gonna-
an interesting fact about me. 26 years old, just had a birthday. Whoop, whoop.
We're going to have to put your dating profile underneath or whatever.
Oh, Facebook is
Yeah.
definitely my
Yeah,
go-to
Facebook,
dating
yeah.
profile. My profile picture, bro,
Hook
it's
you
been
up
the
with the
same for 2
Facebook
years,
link.
and it might not. It's hard to get better than my current one, bro.
Well, shit, dude. It's been a fucking pleasure.
It's been an absolute
I know you're probably
pleasure,
getting
bro.
hungry and stuff, too. I feel that. Been
This
talking
is-
for a couple hours. But
This is
yeah.
my moment. This is my moment. I appreciate you giving
Hell
this
yeah,
moment to me. Now to start my acting career and
Yeah.
drop my first album.
There you go. You just got to get a face tattoo, man.
That's the way to do it these days, it turns out, bro.
Get a face tattoo and a crazy hairstyle. Like, get your beard coming out sideways or some shit.
Right, I got a red beard. Will that
Yeah.
do it?
Maybe. I don't know.
It hadn't done it so far.
You gotta try, though. You gotta try. Well, all right, guys. Appreciate y'all tuning in.